Yes, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Football Heritage TV. There is the lineup. Cue meltdown. I don't know why. I'm just used to saying it now. Cue a meltdown, just because we're Spurs fans. The team is Vicario in goal, Pedro Porro at right back, Romero as captain, and Van der Ven at centre half, with Jed Spence at left back. Paulinho comes in for Bentancur alongside Archie Gray, who keeps his place in the team. Odobert to the left, Kudus to the right, Xavi Simons in the 10, and Richarlison up front. So for me, he's gone strong. You can argue Bentancur, you can argue Mawani, but realistically, he's gone strong. He knows this is an important game tonight. This is an important game. Spurs have to be winning this one with two tough games coming up. One is Borussia Dortmund at home. No one wants to play Borussia Dortmund at home. And the other, bear with me 1 second. Let me just see if I can let me sort my screen out. Bear with me. Here we go. Am I good? Are we sorted? No, we're not. Are we there? Boom. Here we go. There we go. So, listen, Dortmund at home, Frankfurt away. Look, there's no guarantee. You could win all three, and there's no guarantee you make the top 8. But I think we're probably going to finish in that next 20, in that next 16 anyway. And it's about finishing as high up as possible. So let me know, what do you think of the team? For me, yeah, he's gone strong, hasn't he? As I was speaking to someone today, I said, I don't think Mawani's going to play. I think he's played 3 games in a row. So I thought that he would probably come out and Odobert would go in. Other than that, I don't think there's a lot of options. The bench for tonight, by the way, is Kinski, Gunter, Danso, Tell, Bergval, Sarr, Bentancur, Davis, Mawani, Dane Scarlett, Ulasesi, and 5 goals earlier in the youth team. Luca Williams Barnett is on the bench tonight. So for me, he's gone strong. I don't think any of us can complain about this team. Bring it on, though. Bring it on if anyone is control. I just had the team on the screen for about 2 minutes. I just had the team on the screen for about 2 minutes. And I would go through the Slavia team. Most of us are not going to know a number of those players anyway. But look, this is a game that we should be winning. He's put out a good enough team. I expect to see more of the same that we saw against Brentford. But I don't think anyone can complain. I think, again, when we look at this, by the way, all the people that are going, 4-2-3-1 isn't the way forward. Well, we played that the other day. We're playing that again tonight. Looks to be the way forward to me. I don't like all this talk of just play wing backs. I don't like all that. I think you take away from Kudus. I think you take away from Simons. No, I like what we're doing. I like what we're doing. Xavi Simons, everyone wanted him starting. He's starting again. So, if anyone gives a flying monkeys, probably not. I have got an acca tonight. And I have broken my rule and put Spurs in it. It's a free team acca. I've gone big tonight. I've gone £100 on a treble. I've gone £100 on a treble. Now, the reason I'm nervous is because the first of those 3 teams in the treble is Bayern Munich, and they are in the second half, and they are nearly 0-0 against Sporting Lisbon. So I need Bayern Munich to win. I've gone Bayern Munich, Barcelona, and Tottenham Hotspur. So it's only like 3.5 to 1, stuck 100 on it, thinking, yeah, that'll be all right. We'll get Bayern out of the way. And I've been watching the Bayern game. I've got it on TV now, and I'm like, come on, Kane. Come on, Elise. Come on, somebody. somebody can do this for me. But they're only 48 minutes gone, so we'll see. Lots happening, right? Lots happening in the world of Spurs. I've noticed that many people have got nothing to moan about the last couple of days, which is great. We've got Yves Bissouma doing balloons. We've got Dominic Solanke rumours all over the place. Dominic Solanke rumours. we've got Matisse Tell being drafted in to the Champions League squad, which means that Solanke's not going to be fit by January, right? Because we've got 2 Champions League games in January, and we've removed him from the squad, and Tell's coming in, and I don't know, rumors. I don't even care, if I'm brutally honest. Look, at the end of the day, as I've always said, I'm not the biggest Solanke fan anyway, so I'm not too bothered. But it does make you wonder what's going on. Is it just an ankle injury? Has he just I don't know, has he had a reaction? Was he getting towards fitness and had a reaction? But he's going to have missed August, September, October, November, December, and January for an ankle injury. Lots of people, I'm hearing rumors, and I don't really want to speculate on them, but I don't know. Look, as somebody said to me earlier, we got 2 strikers better than him anyway. So there we go. Yeah, an interesting one tonight, right? It's a chance for Spurs. Let me have a look at the Champions League table, shall we? It's a chance for Spurs to possibly tonight to go into the top 8, which is obviously automatic qualification. But look, there's games tonight, there's games tomorrow night, and then there's 2 more games after that. For me, I think it's more about, let's just get the points on the board. Let's not worry about where we end up in this table at the moment. Let's just move it on to Dortmund at home, which becomes a really big game. It becomes a really big game. But before we do that, let's get a win tonight, right? Let's get a win tonight. Let's have a nice performance. Let's do exactly the same as we did against Brentford, and that's what the fans will be expecting. And do you know what? It's funny. There's no meltdown tonight. I love it. Not one person, I don't think, has complained. I don't think I can. Let me see if I can find one complaint in the chat. Hang on, let me see. Anybody? I mean, big up to Anthony. How you doing, bro? Hope you're well. Big up to Tony. Big up to Bad Nasha. T-Dub. TT Dub is in the house. Big up to Alan. Big up to Fook. Big up to SOF. To be honest, I haven't seen any meltdowns yet. It's funny, right? Because if he had done this a few weeks back, everyone would have moaned, wouldn't they? Gone, oh, Gray's playing, and 4-2-3-1. What a difference a week makes. And you can all collectively join in and say, come on, Bayern Munich, please, just purely for my akka. Yes, of course. Son is back in the building. I don't know. I mean, some people care. I mean, I don't really care. He's left Spurs. I'm that guy. Once they leave Spurs, they've left Spurs. Sonny's back in the building. I don't know really what that means for anybody. I mean, some people are, oh my God, great to see Son. Sure. It is what it is. The lineup for Spurs, for anybody that missed it, is Vicario in goal, Porro, Romero, Van de Ven, and Jed Spencer, the strongest back 4 that we've got. The midfield is Paulinho and Archie Gray, with Kudus to the right, Xavi Simons in the 10, Odobert comes in on the left, and Richarlison goes up front. Now, for me, what I will say is this: I want to see Odobert do something tonight. As everyone knows, I'm not impressed with him. I genuinely not been impressed with him ever, really. I know he had a good cameo against Man United, and everyone started losing their mind and making oh my God, Sporting Lisbon have just scored against Bayern Munich. Oh, I cannot believe it. I can't believe it. Bayern Munich just stroll past everyone. They score for fun. I've put them in my bet. I kid you not, right? I'm going to show you this, right? I kid you not. I've put them in my bet, right? Do you know what odds they are tonight? Bayern Munich to win tonight were 1.22. Put on £1 and win back 22p. And I put them in just to boost the odds a tiny bit. And here they are, losing to Sporting Lisbon at home. Oh my gosh, you've got to laugh, right? You've got to laugh. And I think it's an own goal. Hang on. I think it's... Oh, God. You watch. I bet that you now Tottenham and Barcelona win. Anyway, it is what it is. How we laugh. How we laugh. How we laugh. Yeah, I want to see. It was a Josh Kimmich own goal, by the way. It was the fog. Loads of fog. It's very foggy there. What I really need is the ref to cancel this game and say that it's too foggy. Yeah, I want to see something from Odobert tonight. I do. I want to see something. I need to see some really positive. I need goals, assists. I need something. Listen, I really want to get on board with it, but I didn't rate him at Burnley. I've not rated him now in a season and a half at Tottenham. I need to see something tonight for me, not for any of you. For me, I just want to see something. You would think that Matisse Tell, will probably come on today. For anybody that did just arrive, the news that Matisse Tell is now in the Spurs Champions League squad after Dominic Solanke's been taken out, which has started loads of rumours as to what's going on with Dominic Solanke. I don't know, people. I don't know. What I do know is this. We're at home. It's a real good chance. We said it the other day. It's a good chance. Brentford at home. Prague at home. Can we get 2 good wins under our belt, get some feel-good factor back into the team, stop all of this Thomas Frank out nonsense? Because you know what will happen. As I said, if Tottenham went 1-0 down tonight, you got your Marioses and your Mats and all those people that will come in and, Thomas Frank this and Thomas Frank that and yada, yada, yada. So let's hope for a nice, smooth win tonight for Tottenham Hotspur. It's a good enough team. There's no excuse. We should be doing exactly what we did the other night. Bentancur coming in to replace Paulinho, Odobert coming in to replace Mawani. Other than that, it's the exact same team. It's the exact same team as the other day. So, let's hope that that happens. Oh, hang on, we've got a trial. One more, and he's going. Yeah, there we go. Silly bloke. There you go. He's banned. No, is he? He is banned. Banned. People asking about thoughts on Bissouma. Is it surprising, is what I would ask you. Is it surprising? How is this guy back? I just banned him. How is this guy possibly back? I've literally just banned him and deleted his comments. How? Unless he's got like multiple accounts. What is going on? Look, Bissouma, listen, I don't know. Is it surprising? I don't think so. This is a guy that this is now twice he's been caught with the balloons, late for training, not showing up. I mean, it is what it is, right? I mean, surely you've got to get rid of the guy. Surely now it's grounds to get rid of him. Worst case scenario, just let his contract run down and he goes, and he goes in the summer. It is what it is, right? I don't really know that there's too much to be said. I feel like it would be a much bigger story if he was one of our main players and this was the first time, and you'd be a little bit like, oh, what's happened? But is anyone surprised? I mean, he's got previous, right? Is anyone really surprised by this? Out injured. He looks like the sort of guy that when he's bored, he needs to go and get himself into trouble. So, look, I don't really think there's any real drama. He's done it. He's not in the team. He's got 6 months left on his contract anyway, right? Am I right in saying that? He's got 6 months left in his contract. It is what it is. He's not in the team. I don't think we're ever going to see him in a Spurs shirt again. And it is what it is. It's strange. When you couple that though with the whole Dominic Solanke rumors, it's just like, why? Like, why are we Spursy? why are we so Spursy? Let me move my chair so I'm in line with the TV, by the way, as we do on match day. So sorry if I'm a little bit off center, but it always is that way on watch-alongs. So look, if I was one of those YouTubers that wants to make a massive deal about it, I could put out a crazy shocked video. It is what it is. I think he's going at the end anyway. But look, all I really care about is what are we doing tonight? And then we move on to Nottingham Forest and then Liverpool. So let's see let's see what happens, shall we? For anyone that missed the team, it is Vicario in goal, Porro at right back, Romero and Van de Ven at centre half, with Jed Spence at left back, Paulinho and Archie Gray in central midfield, with Kudus right, Xavi Simons in the 10, and Odobert on the left, with Richarlison up front. And let's talk about how vile this individual was to me last night in the Spurs 5 chat. Mate, I'll wait 5 minutes for an apology from you for how fucking disgraceful you were talking to me last night in the Spurs 5 chat. You were absolutely disgusting to me last night. Fuck off, Sava. Fuck you, Sava. But right, so I'll give you 5 minutes to formulate an apology, because you were absolutely disgusting last night, Soul Sniper Gaming. Absolutely disgusting. It was funny. You're in my shows every day. I go onto the Spurs 5 for 45 minutes to join them, and all I saw was "fuck you, Sava. Fuck you. You're a prick. You're the problem." I was like, "Whoa, what is going on here?" All because I said I don't want to see Bergvall in the number 8. No, mate. No. I want to see a proper apology, mate, because you're an arse. You're a horrible person. You showed yourself last night, mate. I'm sitting in the chat going, "Wow, this is one of the people who comes to watch me." And the moment you're not in my show, you're telling me to go fuck myself, fuck off, Sava. Blah. It's like, what? Why? What? Because I said I didn't want to see Bergvall in the number 8. I don't know who's toxic. I don't know what's happened to be toxic. But okay, Costa del Spurs. I don't know who's toxic. Okay, we've got some weird people, haven't we? Some really weird, don't they? Like, this is probably an adult. I'm off so toxic. No, I'm calling someone out. Listen, I fully expect us to win tonight. I'm very happy to see Xavi Simons back in the number 10. Let's see what he does. I think the problem that we're going to have now is everyone's going to expect that every game that Xavi Simons is going to be loads of goals, loads of assists. Now, listen, I'm not saying he won't. I think he's a top player. I think he's going to really come good. But it would be lovely to see him carry that on, wouldn't it? It would be really nice tonight to see get that confidence into Xavi Simons. Get the ball to him get the ball into him at every opportunity. Let's get it to him. Let him and Kudus link up on that right-hand side. Let's get it into Xavi and let's see what he can do tonight. We know what Kudus is capable of. It's sad. This is what I love. Absolutely. It's just mad. Honestly, when I say, like, listen, like, all I was asked last night was, do you want to, oh God, I've got loads of trolls tonight. What is going on here? Let me delete that person and ban them. Thank you. You're banned as well. It's so mad. Like, all I said yesterday was, I don't think Bergvall's a number 8. Lots of people do. That's fine. I don't think he's a number 8. I didn't want to see him in the number 8. We've not seen him in the number 8. And that guy just went mad at me. He just went mad. Like, honestly, you've got to remember, right? YouTubers are there to provide entertainment. We're there to discuss football and football analysis. The problem is if you provide analysis that somebody doesn't like, they get vile. So it's all well and good, like Soul Sniper Gaming in the chat saying sorry, but you've just seen how nasty he is, right? You've just seen, you all saw last night, that's what he is. Because he was on another platform, he decided to try and mug me off in front of lots of other people that were mugging me off. So it is what it is. Guys, girls, let me know. What do you make of the team? And let's start with getting some predictions for the scores. We'll do it again a little bit later. What are you making of the team? And what is your score predictions for tonight? And why have Bayern Munich not equalised yet? That is the question. Look, I think we should win this one. But we do know that when they want to, they have been good at the back Slavia Prague. They were against Bilbao. They were against Atalanta. But we got to make sure that we concentrate on our game. And I'd love to see us fly at the blocks. I'd love to see that tonight. Fly at the blocks, go at them immediately, and let's get a goal up. Let's get 2 goals up. Let's really go at them. Let's see if we can put in a really good performance for the fans. Listen, I'm not saying, yes, go on Bayern Munich. They've equalised. Yes. By the way, I'm not a Bayern Munich fan. It's not because Harry Kane's there. It's purely because of my ACCA tonight. So Bayern Munich 1, Sporting Lisbon 1. Absolutely unmarked at the back post. Corner came in. Whoever it was, absolutely unmarked at the back post. Good times. Is that Nabry? I don't know if that was Nabry. Yeah, it is Nabry. Yeah, I thought it was Nabry. He's changed his hair. Look at this. Corner comes in. Oh my God. No one marking the guy. So 1-1 there. So yeah, I think we're going to do all right today. I'd like to see some goals. I'd like to see another convincing win. And listen, I want to get to some calm and some niceness in the fan base and all around. It is what it is. No, my ACCA is nice and simple. It's a 3-team ACCA. Big stake, small odds. Bayern Munich, Tottenham, and Barcelona, who are at home to Frankfurt, maybe. The lack of respect for our young players here is why. Lack of respect, or saying that they should be given time to build and grow rather than putting them on a pedestal. Depends what you want to hear, right? Depends what you want to hear. Yeah, depends what you want to hear. Unfortunately, somebody like this hears what they want to hear. So me saying I don't think Bergval's a number 8 apparently is a lack of respect. Interesting, right? Interesting. Now, in any workplace or in any relationship, stupid opinions like this aren't taken seriously because they're childish. I would like to see all of our youth players turn amazing. I also want my football club, Tottenham. I'm not a youth fan. I'm a Tottenham fan. I'm not a fan of any particular player. I'm a fan of Tottenham. I want to see Tottenham, right? I want to see Tottenham be the best they can be. And no, yes, but they are getting chances, aren't they? When you're saying let's give them a chance, I don't know what this means. All of them are getting plenty of time. Odobert's played a lot this season. Gray's playing. Bergval's playing. So when fans like you say, give them a chance, they're getting a chance. What is it that you actually mean? What is it that you actually mean? Listen, young players will develop the way they will develop the way they develop. We all want them to be amazing, Yeah, we all want them to be amazing. Doesn't mean they all will be amazing. Unfortunately, it's people like you. That stop any sort of football conversation. Because what you don't actually want a football chat. You don't want 2 people on a show that have a sensible football conversation. You want everyone to go, Bergval's amazing. Sar's amazing. Tell's amazing. Odobert's amazing. It doesn't work like that. Yeah? We're allowed to have opinion on players. I've not cussed any of them. I've not said they're shit. I've not said we need to sell them all. I've said they're going to take time. Stop putting them on a pedestal. I said I want to see what they do. Odobert, by the way, I want to see him do something, right? Just because I don't rate him doesn't mean that won't change. Minds are there to be changed. Yeah? Aren't they? Minds are there to be changed. People are doing things in life to convince us that something different can happen from what we believe. I believe at the moment that Odobert isn't good enough for Tottenham Hotspur. Maybe if we start seeing loads and loads of good performances, I turn around and go, maybe I was wrong. At the moment, what I'm seeing is a very average player that doesn't really do a lot for me. Bayern Munich are 2-1 up. Go on, Bayern Munich. Get in there. Right. Now, talking about young players, has anyone seen this young lad, Carl, for Bayern Munich? Yeah? But, okay. Let me ask you this. Last question I'm going to ask you. Let me ask you a question. Ex-scout or not? It doesn't mean anything, right? Doesn't mean anything, right? I'm friends with many scouts from when I worked at Chelsea and Charlton, yada, yada, yada. Let me ask you this question. Who have I been wrong about with the young players, and what is it I've been wrong about? I'll ask you, just give me a full sentence. Who have I been wrong about, and what precisely was I wrong about? And then we'll have a chat. Yeah, so Bayern Munich, Carl has scored again. He had one disallowed. I'll make go away. Right, if you keep saying this, I'm just going to get rid of you. They are all getting opportunities. Stop. They are all getting opportunities. Bergval's played a lot this year. Gray's playing a lot. Odobert's playing a lot. Tell's getting minutes. They're all getting opportunities. Carl is a really good young player when I watch him play. Now, that is my type of player. If we're going to talk about youth, when I watch him, I go, I don't care how old he is. He's just got it. He's just got it, right? I don't see any of ours. I don't look at any of ours and have that same, oh, yeah, brilliant. Doesn't mean I won't get there. Doesn't mean he won't be brilliant. Let me give you an example, right? Harry Kane, right? Harry Kane, I'll be honest, I was one of many Spurs fans who, when he first started playing for the Spurs, we were like, this guy's rubbish. We were like, this guy's dreadful. What, like, he can't play, he can't hold the ball up, he doesn't score goals. And then it all changed, didn't it? And that's just life. That's the way it is. Do you think that way about Jan Diamond, who is having a better season than Carl, scored a hat-trick? When you're saying he's having a better season than Carl, I don't know what that means. They both play in very different positions. I think Jan Diamond, from what I've seen, limited, is a very big talent. But if the question's going to be, do I think Spurs should sign him? It all depends, doesn't it? I mean, how many young wingers do you, how many young players do you need? How many young players do you, oh my God, this troll really is going there, isn't it? Jump right, ban him. And that's 5 people I've banned already. But yeah, so look, again, it all depends what you want. We have this youth discussion, I think, in the Spurs fan base more than any other fan base. People say things like they can only learn and develop by playing. Sure, no one's doubting that. But you have to ask yourself, when the fans then get annoyed that we have inconsistent performances, yeah, you'll go, oh, the manager gets it wrong. But yet people want these young players who are inconsistent. So you've got to ask yourself, what do you want? I don't see Arsenal fans, Villa fans, Chelsea fans. I don't City fans, Liverpool. I don't see these fans crying about their youngsters the way we do. Right? I don't see them getting. We're very sentimental on our young players. Every one of them is amazing. Every time Mikey Moore scores a goal for Rangers, videos fly around the internet. Oh my God, he's generational. It's like, chill. Vuskovic, oh, look at this goal. I don't care that Vuskovic scores goals. Show me his defending, right? But it's almost like if as a football fan, you don't go over the top, right? If you don't go over the top, right, about young players who need time and consistency, it's give them a chance. You're too harsh. I support Tottenham, right? We don't support Leyton Orient. This is Tottenham Hotspur. So it is what it is. There is what there is. Listen, by the way, Diamond looked very good the other day. Saw his hat-trick. Very good. And look, if Spurs buy him, they buy him. All I'll say is this with young players. If Spurs go and buy any more young players and they put them straight in the 11, we've got to stop using the excuse, but they're young, because that is by design. If a young player plays, let's say you've got, let's say Mawani, Richarlison and Tell are all injured and Lancashire had to play up front in a game, right? Then you go, okay, that's not by design. The lad's playing. He's got his chance through injuries. When you're buying the kids and putting them in, that's by design. They're going to be judged as first team senior players playing in the first 11. That's the way it is, unfortunately. And that's why. Anyone remember how many young players make it in football from youth teams? Anyone remember the exact stats? Anyone remember that exact stat? What percentage make it? Does anyone remember? Let's see who's got a good memory out there. Who's got a memory of how many young players make it? It's not even 1%. No. Nearly. It's 0.012. 0.012 make it. Right? And then you get people like this going, oh, but kids. 0.012. 0.012. So it is what, oh my God, this person just popping up everywhere, isn't it? Like, imagine 0.012. Let me get rid of this guy. Did you ever big up Saar? No, absolutely did not big up Saar. No, why would I big up Saar? I don't think he's a great footballer either. Another one, 4 years down the line in a Spurs shirt. I don't see what the fuss is about. But fans, when he first burst, remember when he first burst onto the scene, still waiting for a proper apology, by the way. When he first burst onto the scene, you remember he played that game, didn't he, against AC Milan, and everyone went, "Oh my God, oh my God, he's amazing." It's like, whoa, relax. One game, isn't it? Time, right? See, unfortunately, you got people like Matt that just say this. It's not Matt. I'm just going to ban Matt because he just winds me up. The young players need time, yes. And that is what I've said from the get-go, Matt. This is everything I've said. They get time. So stop putting them on that pedestal. Do you know what's funny, right? Do you know what's funny is the thing that I say is what idiots like Matt, unfortunately, he is an idiot. And I saw him last night abusing me again. Unfortunately, people like Matt don't listen and then say what I've said and go, yeah. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's what I've said. Bergvall, right? Bergvall could be amazing one day, sure. Right now, he's not. Right now, well, clearly, Thomas Frank's not starting him, right? Thomas Frank is starting Simmons in front of him, Gray in front of him, Bentancur in front of him, right? Paulinho in front of him. Go on, Bayern Munich are 3-1 up. They've completely turned this around. So that's what I'm saying. I was taught, right? When I did my coaching badge when I was younger, I was taught that there will be sessions you go to, and there'll be, doesn't matter what age, whether they're 7 or 8, whether they're 18, 19, there'll be players that come along and you see them in a session and go, cool, look how good that player is. Look how good that player is. Then the next week, that player does nothing. And the lesson that taught me, the lesson that coach was teaching me was when people go over the top over seeing something a few times, you don't get the full picture. Let them grow. Let them learn. And I'm all about one thing. Does anyone remember? Right? Consistency. Consistency. If my man Ben is in the chat, Ben Kaufman, consistency is everything. So bring a player into the team. Let's see them over a period of time. And you go, you're undroppable. Look how good you are. Consistently. Problem you have with young players, as you all know this, kids are inconsistent. Young players are inconsistent. They will sometimes look amazing, other times they look poor, and that is all part of the growing, right? It's all part of the growing. And that's why when a young player does something, like look how mad everyone went after the Odobert cameo against Man United, right? Look how mad everyone went. Right? Sorry, loads of, not that one, this one, loads of trolls. Let me just put this troll. God, there's loads to, I think it's this, isn't it sad? This person's got about 15 different accounts. It's really sad. And this is why when those young players do something, hang on, let me just double check. Hang on, is that my, bear with me 1 second. Bear with me 1 second, otherwise my dog's going to run out. Sorry, everyone. Sorry, everyone. So yeah, when the wife comes in, if Stanley hears the car coming in, he goes to the front door and tries to run out. So I had to go and grab him and make sure that wasn't happening. So yeah, Danny Tyler, who's this? Sava, I think you need to remember you're a fan, not a spokesman for club politics. Club politics. Explain that, please, Danny Tyler. Let's see what Danny Tyler means by this. This will be good. A spokesman for club politics. Yeah. Yeah, Sam said you're one of the few YouTubers that has take on the young kids. I'm lucky enough. I've worked in youth football for Premier League football clubs. So this is why when I see people that just constantly praise everyone to that level, see how it works when you're actually inside the club and you see what they're being taught, what they're being told. And it's not what the fans say. It's not what fans say when they just say, oh, this, that, the other. It's not. They are taught that it's a long road. It's a long journey. But just because you play well in a league game doesn't mean you are automatically going to start every game. And unfortunately, fans don't get it. They think that every youngster is going to be amazing. And unfortunately, it just doesn't work like that, does it? I wish it did. I wish that every single player that pulled on a Spurs shirt was amazing. And if they were, we'd never need the transfer window, would we? Like, for example, when I say to people, I want to revamp the midfield, right? I do. This is only my opinion. I want to revamp the midfield. I don't rate our midfield. I think it's very average. I want to go and buy 2 or 3 really good midfielders. And people go, oh, but what about Bergvall and Gray? What about them? If they're that good, they'll play. It's fine. If they're not, then don't worry about it. They'll compete with these top players. But I want to see top players, right? So this is the first time I've been in your stream. All I've heard you talk about is who starts, who don't, who gets signed, who don't. Nothing against you personally. I just didn't expect this for Watchalong. Well, you know the game hasn't started yet, Danny, right? You know the game hasn't started. And when you're saying all I've heard you talk about is who starts, who doesn't, no, I've no idea. The human race baffles me. Exactly. Thank you, Ellie. Thank you. I don't do club politics. I give my opinion on players. Exactly. Right? So, for me, as I've said, right, if fans want this to be a youth club, go for it. If fans want this to be a youth club, keep wanting young players every week. Keep asking for young signings. Go for it. But then don't be annoyed when we're not in a Champions League qualification positions. Then don't be annoyed when we don't win trophies. Then don't be annoyed when we're not anywhere near competing with City and Arsenal and Liverpool. That's just the way it is. Unfortunately, we can't have it all in life. And that's why when you look at Man City, right? When you look at Arsenal, when you look at Liverpool, these clubs aren't talking about youth as much as we are. They're not. They're not. If ever I watch any of these people play, I don't see them desperate for 18, 19-year-olds to start. They're talking about top players, bringing in top footballers. We're sitting here going, oh, but I think this 19-year-old's going to be amazing. Sure. But how many of them actually turn out to be amazing? Right? It's like that, isn't it? Look, Spurs for me, I think we are in a good position. If the board, if the director of football, and if the scouts do their job properly, I think we're in a good position. I think we know there's a lot of work to be done. I think we know where we need to improve, but we're in a good position. I think we've got the makings. I think we've got the makings of a good team. Okay, but I just don't think we're there yet. I think a good team that will batter Brentford, that could batter Prague, yes. But I think we've got I think it's about realism. I've learned this over the last few years more than ever, to be honest. I've always been quite pragmatic with it because I was lucky enough to work in football. But hyperbole and overrating players is the biggest problem within fan bases. It's the biggest problem within fan bases. And it is what it is. So I think ask yourself as a fan right now, what do you want Spurs to be? Do you want us to be a youth team? Do you want us to be a youth feeder club that always has to wait 2 to 3 years to see if someone comes good? Or do you want Spurs to be competing? Do you want Spurs to be looking at City and Arsenal and Liverpool and going, we're going to be with you. We want to be with you. Or do you want to look and go, no, let's keep buying these kids and say, oh, they'll be good. Tell, he'll come good. Odobert, he'll come good. Bergvall will come good. Gray will come good. Vuskovic will come good. Felice will come good. Yang will come good. Ashley, right? Ask yourself, what do you want Tottenham to be? And there you'll have your answer. What do you want Tottenham to be? Anyway, for anyone that has just entered the stream, the team for tonight is Vicario in goal, Porro, Romero, Van de Ven, and Jed Spence. So it's as strong as can be across the back four. Paulinho comes in for Bentancur and partners Archie Gray, who gets a second start in a row. Kudos to the right. Xavi Simons starts again in the 10. Odobert takes the place of Mawani on the left, and Richarlison up front. See if he can continue his good run of form. The bench, for anyone that would like the bench, there's a lot on the bench. Kinski, Gunter, Danso, Tell, Bergvall, Sarr, Bentancur, Davis, Colomawani, Scarlett, Ulasesi, and Luca Williams-Barnett. So when you look at that, look how many young players on that bench. Kinski, Gunter, Tell, Bergvall, Scarlett, Ulasesi, Williams-Barnett. Some young footballers on that bench. With that in mind, if you haven't given a score prediction, please do. And I have noticed it's really poor tonight in terms of the number of likes. Really, really poor. 117 likes, 450 of you in here and growing. 117. What's that? Just over a quarter. Come on. What do I think of Richie starting? I think Richie has to start. I think he's in good form. And yeah, I would expect him to be starting. You weren't blocked. I didn't block you. You've not been blocked. You're still there. I've seen your comments. I think Richie needs to play at the moment. No Solanke. Randall Colomawani has started the last 3. You would think that he probably, listen, bearing in mind that he wasn't fit for a very long time, you think that Thomas Frank might be resting him. But we'll see. Listen, Richie for me is a very, very interesting player. Now, I don't rate him, right? But when a player's doing well, you have to say, doing well, right? Doesn't mean I want him at the club moving forward next season. Doesn't mean I rate him. Doesn't mean I think he's excellent. But at the moment, he is scoring a few goals, isn't he? He is scoring goals. What's he got? 6 league goals and 2 in the cups or something like that. So I fully expect him to be starting games like this. I do. And the fact that we've got to win this game, right? I saw lots of people picking all these 11s where they were like, oh no, I'd go with, Sarr, Bergvall, Tell, Scarlett. And you're like, why would you do that? You've got to win tonight. So that's my thoughts on Richarlison. Any other questions, get them in. We'll have a chat about them. 27 minutes until kickoff at White Hart Lane. In this game, it is Bayern Munich 3, Sporting Lisbon 1. Thank you to Bayern Munich for turning that around. Tar, Nabry, and Carl turning it around in 8 minutes. Isn't it funny, right? Isn't it funny? This guy could not stop cussing Thomas Frank. But now, because he plays Archie Gray in 2 games, he loves this Thomas Frank. Our fan base will always confuse me. It will always confuse me. It really, really will. I don't get it. I will back this manager because I rate him as a manager, not because he's starting Archie Gray or this player or that player. I know, Trev. I know. Look, this is where we're at. As you know, everything I just talked about in terms of consistency, right? This is why someone like this should never be anywhere near a professional football club, right? He makes us tick. I mean, based on what? One win versus Brentford. We're very, very, we're so quick to just say nonsense. It's just ridiculous. I just can't do it. Listen, hopefully Gray builds and he grows, and we'll see. 1 second. Hopefully Gray builds and grows and gets better and better as we go along. But I as I said, the game the other day, I think everyone going overboard. I think I've seen someone sent me a video of, look at Gray against Brentford. And I saw a compilation of 5-yard passes. Like it was, okay, cool. What am I? And I said to the person, at what minute in this video am I meant to be impressed? Like, I don't know what I'm looking at here. He passes the ball 5 yards, right? But listen, for me, as I said, I thought Bentancur was the best midfielder on the pitch the other day. He was miles better than Gray. But we will see. So yeah, get your score predictions in if you haven't already done so. By the way, earlier on in the Champions League tonight, Karat Almaty 0, Olympiacos 1, Bayern are 3-1 up against Sporting. And then the rest of the games tonight, Atalanta versus Chelsea. That should be interesting. Barcelona at home to Frankfurt. Inter Milan are playing Liverpool without Mo Salah. Monaco at home to Galatasaray. PSV home to Atletico Madrid. Spurs obviously at home to Slavia Prague. And Union Saint-Gilloise versus Marseille. So a lot of games on tonight. Obviously a lot of games on tomorrow night as well. But I think after today's game, we're going to start seeing that teams really know what they need to do in the last two in order to secure the top 8 or the next 16, right? I expect Spurs will be in that 16. However, maybe if we can string 3 wins together, we've got an outside chance. But I think it's going to be really, really difficult to make that top 8. But you never know. I fully expect that Spurs, I think we win 2 and draw 1 of these last 3. I think we get 7 points from this last 3 that will put us on 15. Is that enough to see you in the top 8? I'm not sure. We'll find out, won't we? Mo Salah, people asking about Mo Salah. My take on Mo Salah. It's an interesting one, isn't it? Listen, this is nothing to do with him. Nothing to do with him as a footballer. We know what he's capable of as a footballer. We know he's had a wonderful career. He's had a wonderful career. He scored loads of goals. He's been Liverpool's main man for years and years and years. But and I always caveat this. That we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. So I will say that in his favour. And I don't know. You don't know. I don't know. Only he and the club knows. But on the face of it, so I'm just trying to find the Spurs game. Just quickly, 1 second. We're not there. We are there. On the face of it, it almost looks like he's had a bit of a temper tantrum and thrown his toys out the pram. It's almost as if, now again, I can only say from the bit we see, right? From the bit we see. I think James Maddison said something last night on Sky Sports on Monday Night Football. And he said, he said there's many things behind the scenes that people don't see, and I completely agree with that, right? I completely agree with that, right? But on the face of it, it looks like this is a guy who's thrown his toys out the pram because he's not been playing well, being dropped, and now he's annoyed about it. And okay, be annoyed about it, right? Be annoyed about it. But doing that in public, not on. Just not on. Not on. It's like when fans want managers to call the players out in public. It's bad. It's poor form. It's poor form to do that. So for me, I think whatever was going on, he should have kept it behind the scenes at Liverpool. He should have kept it behind the scenes at Liverpool. And looks like he's not going to play for Liverpool again. He's going to get a great big money move to Saudi. We know that. And he will be the poster boy in Saudi. He will be the poster boy. He is the most famous Muslim footballer there is. He's going to be the poster boy. So he will be angling, trying to get his way. And he will get, what's he going to get? 800, 900 grand a week playing in Saudi. Do I think he's gone about it the right way? No. Would I like to see players act more professionally? Yes. Players calling out managers in public, managers calling out players in public. Fans seem to think it's good. It's not. It's not. For any business, you keep it in-house. When you see people arguing, have you ever been out and you've seen that couple that have a row in public and you think, don't do it in public. Don't do it in public. Go home and do it. Go home and have your row. Don't air your dirty washing in public. And that's what I took from what Salah was doing. That's what I took from it. I've seen fans saying things in the last couple of days like Spurs should go in for him. And I'm like, what? Like, what's going on here? Like, what are we? First of all, he's on about 450 grand a week or something. Second of all, his legs are going. We can see that he's not the player he was, right? Third of all, is that the guy you're bringing into your club? You've just seen him publicly do this. Is that the guy? Look, so I think all of that is a nonsense. I think he's going to end up in Saudi, whether or not it's this January or whether or not it's in the summer. That's where I think that Mo Salah will end up. I feel like he's almost got his heart set on it, but it makes a complete mockery of him signing a new contract and Liverpool fighting to keep him. But there's clearly issues at Liverpool. Let's be honest, there's clearly issues. Are not up to date 100% with everything going on at Liverpool. It's not my club, but there's clearly something going on there. Something's not right. Something's not working. Are the players happy? Diogo Jota's death, has that affected the players more than we know? All of these different things. And I would say I hope Liverpool sort it out. Listen, I hope that they sort it out from the point of view of I don't think it's good to be a public spat like this. But look, it is what it is at the end of the day. It is what it is. It's difficult, though. When somebody said today, he paid something like 20.8 million a season in salary. And you're coming out after your team has just dropped points at Leeds and you're talking about being thrown under a bus. What? Because you've been left on the bench for 3 games. Like, ego. Ego. For me, zip your mouth. Get back to Liverpool. Have the chat with your manager. Have the chat with your agent. Have the chat with your manager. And this is why when people constantly saying, oh, did you see what Thomas Frank said about Tell? Well, yeah, he's not going to say bad things about players in public. You shouldn't say bad things about players in public. You shouldn't. Keep it in-house. Be professional. That's what I like. That's what I like. Look, tonight we are 16 minutes away. We are 16 minutes away from I mean, I don't like saying must-win games, but I mean, if Spurs have got any hope of automatic qualification, yes, it is a must-win game if we've got hopes of automatic qualification. As I've said, my prediction before was that we will make the last the 16, and for me, it's about finishing as high up. I think if we finish in that top 8, I think he's done a wonderful job. But I do think we'll finish in that next 16, and I think it's about finishing in the top half so you get the home game second. And I think that's where we're at. There's some big clubs in the Champions League who are right up there. I mean, if we look right now, the way it sits, you've got Arsenal top, Bayern Munich second, PSG, Inter Milan, Real Madrid, Borussia Dortmund, Chelsea, and Man City. I mean, that's a formidable 8. Then just outside of that, you've got Sporting Lisbon, Atalanta, Newcastle, Atletico Madrid, Liverpool, Galatasaray, PSV. Then comes Spurs. Below that, you've got Bayer Leverkusen, Barcelona, Napoli, Marseille, Juventus, Monaco. There's some big clubs that aren't going to qualify, right? So for me, that's where I think we're going to end up. Let me know, where do you think we'll end up in the Champions League group? Where do you think we'll end up in the Champions League group, guys? I think we'll probably end up about 13th or 14th. And by the way, I think that will only be by about a point or something. Yeah, it was only a one-off. It was only it was only a one-off because I was bored. I'm not back there every show. So let me know where you think we'll finish. Jacob has said 13th. I reckon we'll be in and around there. I don't think we'll be a million miles off. And if I'm wrong, brilliant. If we finish top 8 and I'm wrong, absolutely superb. Brilliant. Sometimes it's good to be wrong, right? I'm saying to myself, I don't think I'm going to win the Euro Millions tonight. How happy would I be if I won 125 million tonight on the Euro Millions? I'll be brutally honest, guys. If I won 125 million on the Euro Millions, you're never going to see me on YouTube ever again. Ever. Oh God, I couldn't imagine. Can you imagine having that much money? I don't know where you'd start, but good luck to anyone that has played the Euro Millions tonight, by the way. And if anyone does win it, if they would want to just give me 1 million of it, feel free. Thank you very much. We'll see. So Tottenham Hotspur tonight against Slavia. I'm not even going to start thinking about what happens if we lose. I don't think we're going to go down that route. Alf, what is the Euro Millions? The Euro Millions is the lottery across Europe on a Tuesday and Friday night. And tonight the jackpot is £125 million. 125. I'm pretty sure it is, right? Let's have a look. It's £125 million. It's just, I just don't know. I said to my wife the other day, I feel like if I won 125 million, just hearing that news might give me a heart attack and I'd die anyway. I don't know how you'd compute. How do you compute winning 100 odd million? I don't know what you do. Like how do you sleep that night? What do you do? Go, oh, well done us night. Like, I don't know. I don't know what you do. Do you stay up all night and celebrate? Do you, like, what do you, I have no idea. Anyway, hopefully someone wins it. And hopefully that someone is me. Yes, today people reminded me, yes, the Spurs youth team won 9-1. What's the first half of the game? And Spurs were very good. I'll be honest, Slavia were really poor, but Spurs were very good. And Luca Williams-Barnett stood out like a sore thumb. Thompson looks very good. I also like Rousewell at the back. I thought he looked really good. And yeah, I mean, some really good young players. Hopefully they can progress. But yeah, they're going nicely, aren't we? The youth Spurs team at the moment going nicely, and a few of them, Ulasesi and Luca Williams-Barnett, have been rewarded with a place on the Spurs bench tonight. You wouldn't expect to see them, but maybe you get yourself 3-4-0 up and you give Luca Williams-Barnett 20 minutes. Maybe. Maybe. What's the best youth player you have ever seen? At Spurs or in general? In general, it's Lionel Messi. At Spurs, oh God. At Spurs, great question. I'd have to go with Ledley. I'd have to listen. I saw Hoddle at the end of his career, but I didn't see him coming through as a kid. I'd have to go with Ledley. I think from the moment Ledley came into the Spurs team, he just looked like he fit. Again, so all these people who say I don't like youth players. Listen, when they're that good, they're that good. Ledley, but I'll be honest. Sorry, I know people are going to not like this. Sol Campbell, as well. When Sol Campbell broke into the scene, who in here remembers Sol Campbell? Mark, you must remember. Mark, you must remember Sol Campbell coming through. I know you do, Ellie. When Sol Campbell burst onto the scene, remember he was a centre forward stroke centre back. And he just looked ready immediately. He just looked good immediately. Ledley King. I thought Nick Barmby, when he came through, looked really good. I thought Nick Barmby took to it like a duck to water. Who else as a youth player? Kane didn't at first. Kane didn't. Other youth players, I would say, across the Premier League, we say when Ryan Giggs burst onto the scene. I mean, look, Giggsy was special, wasn't he? What was he, 16, 17? When he started, he just looked special. Rooney is another one. Cesc Fabregas, by the way, hate to say it. I know we're not allowed to say it. Cesc Fabregas, absolute class. You could see it immediately when he started playing that he was just a top young player. Declan Rice, I thought was really, really good. Yamin Yamal. I don't know. Right. Let's see who remembers this. 2.5 years ago, in Ange's first pre-season at Spurs, we played Barcelona. Who remembers this? And I said before the game, I said, if they get the chance to bring on Yamin Yamal, and he was 16, I said, watch this boy. And he came on and he tore us apart. By the way, lots of people in the chat talking about Joe Cole. Joe Cole, yeah, he's my age. So in the schools, we all knew across London that this was the boy. Everyone knew that Joe Cole was absolutely amazing. And he was such a good footballer, such an underrated player, Joe Cole. Really good player. Really good player. By the way, Sonny is on the Spurs pitch. He's got a microphone, so God knows what he's going to be talking about. Yeah, Rooney was class. Rooney was different, wasn't he? Because Rooney looked like a man from about the age of 16. It's just raw power and drive and determination. Just quickly, by the way, thank you, Tony. Not many super stickers or super chats tonight, but thank you, Tony. He's given me 2. First of all, a super sticker. Thank you very much, Tony. And then came in again, said, my students will mock the shit out of me tomorrow if we lose. 300 kids and none of them are Spurs fans. I don't think we'll lose tonight. I think you're going to be all right, Tony. I think you're going to be all right, my man. Big up to you. That's very generous of you. Thank you very much. If anyone did want to buy me a coffee, by the way, the link is pinned in the chat. And let's see where we are with the likes tonight. Only 185. Really, really poor tonight on everything. Super chats, likes, everything. Poor. Yeah, he's different gravy. Like, best player I've ever seen, bar none. Best player I've ever seen, bar none, ever. I don't make any bones about that. He's just the greatest. Hence why he's there. This is cringe. I wonder what he's saying. I've no idea. So who would you say is the biggest legend? Kane. All day, every day. Harry Kane came through the youth team, club record goal scorer, better footballer, better goal scorer. Kane, all day long for me. All day long for me. Yeah, I remember that. How you doing, Rob? I remember that. Yeah, Rooney, street striker. Didn't they like fire a ball off the edge of a building and people had to control it like down below on the street and stuff like that? Yes, they did, Ian. So just Barcelona and Tottenham to go, eh? Just Barcelona and Tottenham Hotspur to go. It is just those two to go. There's been some great players. Listen, as I said, some players, they burst onto the scene and they're just amazing from day dot. Other players build into it and grow into it, don't they? And that's what it is, right? And I think sometimes that's what I'm trying to get at when we're over-egging young players. Some of them get better, some of them don't. We've seen loads, not Spurs. How many of us throughout our lives across Europe, we see these young players that, oh my God, have you seen this wonder kid? And then nothing really happens with them. Nothing really happens with them at all. That's why I don't lose my mind about young players the way other people do. Of course, he's a legend for career. Listen, I think, if we're talking about the word legend, it means different things to different people. Look, Sonny's been a top player for Tottenham for many years. What I'm annoyed about is that we didn't replace him. That was what I'm annoyed about. Listen, look, I mean, Greavesy was before my era, but all the people older than me will tell you that Greaves was the best. I don't know if anyone in the chat saw him, but all the people in the chat will tell you that Jimmy Greaves was simply the best. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Bayern, Barca, Tottenham. Free. Simple. Free. 100. Free. All right. That's it. So look, all the footage I've seen of Greavesy, he's magnificent, right? So, yeah, I love talking about the old days. Players used to be so much better than they are now. They used to be so much better, but it is what it is. I think we should go for Gakpo. I'd take Gakpo. I like Gakpo. I think he's a good footballer. I really, really do think he's a good footballer. And Sonny is just cuddling with Solanke. And now I'm guessing that's James Maddison in that great big coat. Hoddle's debut was Stoke and he scored. Hoddle was, different gravy. That's why, Chem, like when fans are raving about some of these players, I'm thinking, I've seen Hoddle and Waddle and Ginola and Gaza and Modric. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking, who's raving about these players? But there's Sonny, there's Chris Cowlin on screen. And here's Sonny going back down the tunnel with his box. Oh, they're making a big thing out of this tonight, aren't they? The last 10 minutes has all been about Son. It doesn't look like anything is actually about anything about the actual Champions League. So we'll see. Sonny is now cuddling Archie Gray and now Odobert. Let's see if he's cuddling Xavi Simons. He's cuddling everyone. Now Glenn Hoddle and Hargreaves are going to talk about something. I have no idea what's going on. Anyway, away from that, we've got a Champions League game, people. Gaza. Like when Matt says, Gray makes us tick. Didn't see players like Hoddle or Gaza, did he? Didn't see players like that. Or Modric, apparently. Chris Cowden's everywhere. He is. Yeah, he loves his Spurs. I haven't seen it. Chris Cowden's been pushing Frank Cowden. I don't know about all that. Anyway, here come the players onto the pitch. Feels like this has gone on forever, doesn't it? Tottenham are going to play in white. It looks like Slavia are going to play in the yellow tops and the black shorts and the black socks. Anyone who hasn't got up in a prediction, this is your last chance to do so. And by the way, what a lovely footballer Tommy Huddleston was. Absolute. I'd love Tommy Huddleston sitting in our midfield right now, just pulling strings. Love it. Class footballer. Just had no engine. Class footballer, though. Lovely feet. Angus. Sava, can you tell me how good Rocky Rocastle was? Class. David Rocastle, rest in peace, was class, this boy. Used to watch him for Arsenal and go, yeah, you can play. Yeah, really good footballer, Rocky Rocastle. Yeah, really, really good footballer. Rest in peace. He got taken. He got taken way way too soon. I'll keep you updated with all the scores. By the way, you guys will, let's be honest, you guys will keep me updated with the scores if we're going to be brutally honest. 2 minutes to kick off, or maybe 90 seconds till kick off now. Jimmy was, wasn't he? He was very good. He was really good. He was really, really good. Class player, Musa, class player. Some players just make it look easy, right? Other players, it's about work rate. Some just naturally make it look easy. For anyone who wants to know, we are a minute away from kickoff. Spurs line up with Vicario in goal. A back four of Porro, Romero as captain, Mickey van der Ven and Jed Spence. The midfield is going to be Archie Gray and Paulinia. Kudus to the right, Xavi Simons in the 10, Odobert out wide left, and Richarlison up top. Are you ready? I'm going to read out the subs very quickly. Kinski, Gunter, Dance Hotel, Bergval, Saar, Bentancur, Davis, Mawani, Scarlett, Ulasesi, Williams, Barnett, and Thomas Frank will be your head coach for tonight. The Slavia Prague team. Let's see. Slavia Prague team, if they put it on the screen. The referee is from France, and the VAR and the assistants are from Croatia. This is going to be interesting. So the captain of Prague is called Holes. It's spelt Holes, but I'm guessing it's not pronounced that. Here is the Slavia team. In goal is Stanek. A back four of Holes, Chalupek, Ogbu and Zima. A midfield five of Sanyang, Sadilek, Provod, Moses and Dudera. And up front on his own is going to be Chatil, who I've seen score a few lately. So I don't listen. I can't sit here and say I know loads about them. I don't know a lot about them. And TNT Channel 1, TNT Sports 1 for anyone in the United Kingdom. TNT Sports 1 for anyone who wants the channel. But I would have thought you would have had the channel ready before 7:59 p.m. Anyway, I'm going to go with 3-1 to Tottenham. Big up to D&B Forever, my man with a super sticker. Much love to you, buddy. Thank you very much. Let's get this game off and running, shall we? Xavi Simons is going to take he's going to get us underway. And there we go. Tottenham Hotspur are away against Slavia Prague. The ball goes forward, cleared by Slavia Prague, brought down in the midfield and played forward immediately. The big centre-half with a good touch, actually, but really well won back by Pedro Porro. And now Pedro Porro can lay the ball out wide to Jed Spence. Let me just sort my chair out. And now Jed Spence with a really good ball into Odobert. Beat him. He does. Gets the ball across. 1-0 Spurs. Oh, no. I thought it was in. Guys, I thought it was in. Great bit of play from Odobert. Much better from him. Beat his man. Whipped in the cross. And Richarlison, how has he not scored that? Spurs should be 1-0 up. He's about 8 yards out. And I mean, he's bobbled his shot from 8 yards out. It's hit the keeper there and gone out for a corner. Tottenham should be 1-0 up. You've got to score that. But a great start from Spurs. Really good move down the left-hand side. Good from Odobert. Much better. Here's Pedro Porro. Corner into the box. And that one is gathered by the goalkeeper. Honestly, I thought it was 1-0. I literally shouted 1-0 Spurs. Really thought it was in. Great start by Spurs. Xavi Simons now plays a ball over the top. Richie's going to chase that, but the defender heads it back to the goalkeeper. So a lively start here. I'm going to say it. Got to score that. If you actually watch it, the contact he made isn't that of a clinical finisher. Someone like a Kane just sweeps that into the bottom corner. But Richie literally put it in the one place the keeper could save it, right at him. So Good start by Spurs, though. Here's Kudus, his first touch of the game. One-on-one with his fullback. Cuts inside. Lays the ball back into Christian Romero. Now back to Kudus. He goes back into Vicario. So far, 2 minutes gone. It's all Tottenham. Good chance there for, I'd say good chance. What a great chance. A great chance. Great play on the wing by Odobert. Much better. Took his man on. That's what you want to see. Take your man on. Now Vicario launches. His goal kick had so much pace on it. It went all the way through to the other goalkeeper. And now the goalkeeper at the other end does the same thing. So Vicario this time rolls it out to Mickey van der Ven. Mickey now goes past the forward like he's not there and then pushes the defender out, the striker out the way. The ref's going to come and have a word with Mickey. And it's a free kick to Tottenham. Should be 1-0. It's moments like that when you think, the manager must be thinking to himself, how have we not got in front there in the first minute? But 3.5 minutes gone. Spurs 0, Prague 0, all Spurs at the moment. Great touch by Kudus. Great touch by Kudus. Goes back into Christian Romero. He gives it to Vicario. And Vicario now. They're not pressing Prague. That is what I will say. I've noticed immediately. Look, there's no press. No press from Slavia Prague at all. So they're not pressing. They're letting us go. Now Richarlison goes up, wins the ball. Yes, he does. Now flicks it wide to Kudus. Kudus has got 2 men on him. And the defender gets it in well, but he wins it back, does Kudus. Now bats it back into Paulinho. And Paulinho can now recycle the ball back into Romero. And Romero plays it into Jed Spence. Good turn. Out wide to Odobert, who knows he can beat this man now. And this time he didn't, but it's ricocheted back into Spence. Spence now to Xavi Simons. Xavi Simons keeps the ball, gives it to Gray. Gray's giving it away. And it's a throw into Spurs. So he tackled back well, Gray, but the initial pass, he gave the ball away. But we're looking to get forward. Every opportunity here. And I'd love a nice early goal. Now the Prague, and then Archie Gray's giving it away twice. 2 times he's had it, 2 times he's given it away. Got to do better there. People are saying he makes us tick. Can't be giving the ball away that cheaply. Because now Slavia Prague, one back by Jed Spence. Now Odobert loses the ball as well, but wins the throw. Just got to be a little bit more measured on the ball there, Archie Gray. There was no one on him. Just take a touch, slow it down. That's all you got to do. Here is Gray, back into Spence. Back to Gray. Now Gray plays it all the way back into Van der Ven, who goes across to Romero, and Spurs look like they're going to change it up to the right-hand side. Or is Romero? No, he goes through the centre into Richie. Awful touch by Richarlison, and he gives the ball away and then wins it back. To be fair to him, then Spence gives it away off. And now Prague go down the line, but Romero's going to mop that up. Nothing silly there, Romero. The striker's penned him in. Done well there, Romero. And then clears it, but gives it away. He's given it away as well. And then Paulinho mops up. It's got a bit sloppy in there this last minute. Everyone giving the ball away. And now Prague on the right-hand side of our box. Ball whipped in. Romero has sliced the clearance. Not good from Romero. But then the ball is finally hooked harmlessly into the arms of Vicario. So a couple of really sloppy passes there. First by Gray, then by Odobert, then by Romero. Now I just need someone to put their foot on it here and just calm it down a bit. Great header by Richie. Xavi Simons is running through. He's got 3 men on him, though, and they got back to him. I think he would have needed electric pace to go through there. It looked like he could run through on goal. But now here's Richarlison. Lays the ball off to Xavi Simons. Into Kudus. Kudus, one more to Porro. Porro shoots, blocked. And now the Prague players can clear the ball. But it's Spurs are attacking with intent here. And here is Xavi Simons back into Paulinho. And Spurs are breaking through those lines with ease here. Here is Xavi Simons to Porro. Good ball down the line into Archie Gray. What's Gray got? He's held up by the fullback. Lays it off well to Kudus. Kudus goes down the line to Porro. Back into Kudus on the right-hand side. Now he's gone one more to Porro. To Paulinho, sorry. Paulinho, heavy touch, wins the ball back, though, to Romero. Here's Spence. Now Van der Ven. It's all Spurs. Here's Odobert. And now Spurs go back to Vicario. So you could see we can get in behind them here. We can definitely get in behind them here. There's another ball headed up to, towards Odobert, who's pushed his fullback and gives away the free kick. I truly believe if we had a couple of really good, I truly believe if we had a top number 8 playing in midfield, honestly, it transforms this team untold. If you had a Carrick, a Modric, someone who controls a game, changes Spurs massively. Here's Romero. Wins the header, but the Prague player comes away with a ball out to the left winger. He's got 2 men on him. He lays it back to the fullback. And then Romero gets the tackle in, wins the ball, goes into Gray. Gray to Paulinho. Now, Paulinho, good turn. Slows it down, nice. He didn't have an option. And now Porro goes back to Vicario. Into Romero. Now, Spurs have worked that really well there. Out wide to Mickey Van der Ven. You feel that something could be coming here for Spurs. Jed Spence hits a long ball over the top. Odobert again. One-on-one with a fullback. What have you got? You've beaten him once. This time he lays it back to Spence, who gives it to Gray. Back to Spence. Spurs are in here. Here's Kudus with a shot, and it's blocked for a corner kick. The ball was played into Kudus. It was a very tight angle. The defender was getting back at him and just did enough as well. The defender just did enough. The defender just did enough there. Yeah, so Kudus was muscling with him, did well to win the ball, but just didn't really have the angle to squeeze that in. But Tottenham are on top here, massively on top. Did really well there, Kudus, showed all his strength. So a corner kick from Tottenham. Kudus gone over to take it. He's currently moving a microphone out the way so that he's got a better position to run. So a corner kick. Going to be whipped in by Kudus into the 6-yard box. The keeper's made a meal of that, really. Punched it away for a throw-in to Tottenham. Thought the keeper could have caught that. But I can see a Spurs goal coming. We will open these up. Really poor from Odobert again. Really, really poor from Odobert. And now Prague on the attack, having a counter-attack. Spurs have got bodies back. The cross-field ball is good, though. Into the Prague player who shoots really wide. But again, Odobert, not good enough. Just not good enough on the ball. Touch, control, not good enough. And then Prague broke down the right. The number 11 with a good cross-field ball. And then the forward will be disappointed with his effort. Yeah, it's just when we get the ball, we just need to be a bit more composed. Gray does well to win it back. Here's Xavi Simons. He's taken out, but the referee's played on. Here's Watchalong, shoots, saved by the goalkeeper and put out for a throw-in. And Tottenham have had a number of chances here and could and maybe should be one up. Absolutely. Yeah, you know when we're playing well because we don't have as many viewers in. But, Matt, that's what happens. When people like Odobert give the ball away so cheaply, you're going to get caught on the counter. Can't give the ball away there. If Spurs want to attack, fans want the players to be high up, the players can't be giving the ball away. The ref has issued, I believe, a yellow card. So, Simons was fouled. Simmons was fouled and taken down. The referee was going to give the free kick, but allowed it to go on to Richie. Now Spurs take the throw on. But Richie, again, his first touch, again, it's the problem I have with players like Richie and Gray and Odobert, it's their first touch. It never looks comfortable. Just take a touch. Orange juice is what I'm drinking, by the way. Orange squash. Is it squash? Yeah, squash. Anyway, here's Spurs again. I mean, I fancy us to score very soon. I'm not going to lie. Mickey van der Ven goes past his player, and the referee has pulled it back for saying that Mickey van der Ven has used his arm to shield the player away. Mickey van der Ven is not happy with it, and he's been given a yellow card. I'd like to see that again. Let's have a look. So Mickey van der Ven drives past his player. I mean, is that a yellow card? I mean, if that's a yellow card in football. I mean, yeah, but he keeps giving it away though, right? He keeps giving it away as well. So Mickey van der Ven on a yellow. I mean, Jesus, really soft. Really soft. Really, really soft yellow card, that. But yellow card for VDV. Oh, football's crazy. Yellows given for everything. Penalties given for everything. Just, it's so weak, isn't it, as a game these days? Anyway, it's a free kick to Prague. They've taken it short. Let's see what they've got in store here. If this is a well-worked training ground routine. Shot fired in. Vicario saved it. I'll be honest, that wasn't the best goalkeeping in the world. He saved it and parried it right into the danger zone. One of my biggest bugbears about Vicario. If you're going to parry it, push it really wide. Anyway, Spurs was 69% of the possession here in the first 15 minutes of the game. Here's Kudus. It's fallen to Xavi Simons, who's sprung a wonderful crossfield pass to Odobert. That's a wonderful pass. What have you got, Odobert? One-on-one with his man. Crosses it in. It's a poor cross. It's really poor from Odobert. And he did so well in that first minute. Since then, he just looks sluggish. Great pass by Xavi Simons. Switch play, lovely. Odobert had time. Got to have a better ball in than that. Jed Spence now gives it away. And Mickey van der Ven wins it back for Tottenham Hotspur. Here's Romero. You would like to think a goal is going to come soon. I mean, we've made their keeper work. And now, Odobert. Good touch from Odobert this time. And now plays a crossfield ball. I mean, it's a really poor ball again from Odobert. Really well won back by Paulinho. Here's Simons. Plays it through, but cleared by the Prague player. Really poor again from Odobert. It's Just the simple things is how you can see how good a footballer is. One second. Sorry, just got to shout at Stanley. I can hear him being a little bugger. Now, here's Prague. Just some of these players just need to put their foot on the ball. They're in here, Prague, on the left-hand side. They're working it well on the edge of the box. And then a really good tackle by who else but Paulinho. Now, Mickey can drive forward. Great tackle on him, though. Great tackle by the Prague player. And now Prague can come forward. And it's deflected off of Gray for a throw-in to Slavia Prague. Good tackle by Gray. And then a cross blocked by Spencer. It's a corner to Prague. I think Gray's done really well on his tracking back and his tackling and really bad with the ball tonight. Whereas Odobert, for me, keeps giving it away. Keeps giving it away. Got to stop. Put your foot on it. Relax. Take a breath. Take a minute. So it's a corner kick for Prague. Cross in. I mean, and this is a little bit dramatic. PS, we look terrible. Do we? I think we're getting in behind them. I don't think we look terrible. Here's Simmons. Brings the ball down. Good turn. And what's the ref given now? What on earth has the ref given there? What on earth did the ref give there? What on earth? So everything. He just wants to stop the game at every opportunity. Is it handball? No. I'm going to say it again. I just want a top midfielder in this team so badly. So badly want a top midfielder to control a game. I really do. Guys, we all be, sorry, just really unprofessional. Can you give me 1 minute? Sorry, guys. I had to go and do something. Sorry, it was not the toilet. Sorry, I had to go and do something. What did I miss? Out to, so Simmons played out to Kudus. Cuts in, beats his man. Across the box and cleared. Sorry. Here's Pedro Porro, corner kick, straight into the arms. Confirmation bias. Yeah, I said it. Spence constantly gives the ball away. Yeah, Van der Ven has as well today. Yeah, I've said that every time someone gives it away, I'm mentioning it. But when you are a centre mid, your job is to not give the ball away at every opportunity. That's the danger zone. That's the engine room. The engine room. You can't be giving the ball away in there. So, ball by Vicario, over the top, into Simmons. Cleared by the defender, but it's sliced up into his own goalkeeper's hands. Yeah, there's been some good bits and some bad bits. We should be one up, really. Here's Prague down the right-hand side. They've worked it well, but a good tackle by Mickey van der Ven puts the ball out for a throw. And Barcelona are losing at home to Frankfurt. Oh, my gosh. Wow, Barcelona losing at home to Frankfurt. So cross whipped in by Prague and a header wide. Decent opportunity. Tell you, I just really want to revamp this midfield. I think if we can get a really good two-man midfield that control games, I think it changes Spurs. I'm going to say it. Gray is not ready. Not to control a game, not to say, play it through me. I will do everything. I'm not knocking him. It's just, we just need it badly. Here's Jed Spence, wins the ball up high brilliantly. Out wide to Odobert. Wasn't a great pass by Spence. Odobert now again, one-on-one with his fullback. What you got? Lays it back 5 yards. Here's Jed Spence. Gives it back to Odobert. Now Gray, who goes back towards the halfway line to Mickey van der Ven. Here's Paulinho. Goes back into Vicario. Here's Paulinho. Listen, I don't mind saying it. You guys know what I think, right? You guys know that I don't like our midfield. I don't think I'm ever going to really think we're a good team until we get a proper midfield. I think we'll have games where we play well and score goals, but I just want a midfield that really controls the game. Here's Kudus, turns, beats his man, still going. Brilliant by Kudus. Brilliant by Kudus. Still going. He's still going. He's still going. Lays it off to Odobert. Brilliant by Kudus. Odobert dinks it. That's crap. That is absolutely rubbish again from Odobert. Mo Kudus, take a bow. He's just driven, beat 3 men, laid it off to Odobert, who just dinks in another lazy ball into the arms of the goalkeeper. Now, Richie, down the channel. What you got? Richie crosses it to Kudus, takes a touch and, oh my God, a poor touch from Kudus, but got away with it in terms of winning a corner. You thought Kudus would just take the touch, bury the shot. But, I mean, when that ball went to Odobert, you're thinking, just take your time. Take your time, have a shot, lay it off. And he's just dinked it straight into the arms of the keeper. Oh. Corner kick for Spurs. Here's Pedro Porro. So a corner kick. Porro's going to take this from the left-hand side. Whipped in. Flicked on, and it's a goal. It's an own goal, I think. I think it's an own goal. Tottenham are 1-0 up. A brilliant corner kick from Pedro Porro into the 6-yard box. I want to see it again. I think it was an own goal. Somebody will tell me in the chat if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it was an own goal. A brilliant cross into the box from Pedro Porro from the corner that came about, luckily, because of the bad touch from Kudus. Football is weird. So Porro whips the ball in. Let's have a look. Corner came in, flicked on by Romero. And, yeah, their poor play. I mean, I don't care. Their poor player heads it wrong way back into his own goal. And Tottenham are 1-0 up. And hopefully that can settle and we can go on. Great flick on by Christian Romero. Really good corner. Good flick on by Romero. And an own goal from, I think it was Zima. I think it was Zima. And Tottenham 1, Slavia Prague 0. Now, hopefully that can settle it. We've had the chances. I think we deserve to be 1-0 up. And can we get another one? Chelsea 1-0 up. Great tackle there by Xavi Simons to stop the attack. Chelsea 1-0 up against Atalanta. Yao Pedro with that goal. To be fair, I mean, we should have scored in the first minute. We had another chance from Richarlison, chance from Kudus. I think we've deserved it. And Odobert giving the ball away again. This is honestly, I'd get tell on second half. Here's Kudus. Kudus picks the ball up on the wing, does well to hold on to it. Now Spurs have got bodies forward. Prague have got players back though. Xavi Simons wasn't the greatest pass, but Porro made the best of it. And now Simons this time, a great through ball into Porro. The defender grabs him, pulls him back, as blatant as you like. And Tottenham have a free kick in a dangerous position on the right-hand side. Good play there. Really good ball by Xavi Simons. And Pedro Porro was away. And Ogbu, I think it was, has got the yellow card. So that's Ogbu with the yellow card. I think one of their other defenders may have a yellow card as well, if I'm not wrong. But Tottenham 1, Slavia Prague 0. And now you've got Pedro Porro and Kudus over this ball. Will it be a left-footed in-swinger or a right-footed out-swinger? We'll find out in a second. Kudus steps over it. Porro whips it in right-footed. It's into the box. It's gone over everyone. Landed towards Odobert, who picks up the ball on the byline. And it's gone all the way back to Porro, who whips in a ball, far post. And the keeper comes out and claims that one. But it's all Tottenham, if we're going to be brutally honest, in this game. According to my stats, we've had 62% possession, 5 shots, 3 on target. Here's Xavi Simons. Good turn. Xavi Simons, brilliant play by Xavi. It's going. He wants a free kick. The ref has said no. And then Archie Gray gives, Paulinho gives away a free kick high up in the midfield. And Slavia Prague have a free kick towards their own box. As it stands, by the way, in the table, as it stands, Spurs have crept into 8th as it stands. We've crept into 8th on 11 points as it stands. Long way to go as the ball is cleared into Richie. Simons gives it to Kudus. That's a great touch by Kudus. Great pass by Kudus into Porro. Porro dinks the ball forward into Richie. Heads it across. And it wasn't accurate enough. To be fair, Gray had made a really good run into the box. But Richie couldn't find him with the knockdown. And Spurs are still 1-0 up. Here's Slavia Prague on the halfway line. On the right-hand side, the number 21 driving through. He's going all the way into midfield. Now lays the ball off. And the ball's gone out wide to the right winger. And Jed Spence gets back and puts it out for a throw-in. I think a lot of people confuse being greedy with Kudus and getting you up the pitch and holding on to the ball. Sometimes he can hold on a bit too long, but I'd rather that than keep giving it away. I'd always rather that than a player keep giving the ball away. So Prague whip the ball into the box. It's cleared easily. Back out wide to Prague. Again, can they get across in here? I think they're going to. Or can Odobert get at him? Odobert standing him up. Cross does come in. Flicked away by Gray. Only as far as the number 11 who shoots. Parried save again by Vicario and then cleared by Porro. Well, this is the thing, Alex. When people complain about Kudus, I'd rather the ball goes out to him and he holds on to it than Odobert, who keeps passing to nobody. He had that really good, didn't he? Had that really, really good cross in the first minute. And since then, it's like he's forgotten how to play football. But Spurs are 8th in the table at the moment. Long way to go. It was a good effort by the Prague player. 20 yards out. I mean, Vicario was going to make that save, whatever happened. And now the ball is seen out of play for a Tottenham goal kick. Yeah, Vicario loves a parry, doesn't he? He likes a parry. And yeah, the guy trying to get a penalty off of Van der Ven then. That's not a penalty. Come on. Come on. On your feet. On your feet. So now Paulinho plays it into Christian Romero. Romero sweeps a lovely ball to the opposite side of the penalty box to Mickey Van der Ven. Van der Ven plays the ball forward into Richarlison, who's fouled, is he? No, I think he's given it against Richarlison. Richarlison stays down like he's been shot, as he always does. I don't know what's happened here. I mean, I don't know why Richie's hurt, but don't worry, you're not missing anything. The game has stopped for the moment. Tony, it's just one of them ones where I sit and I think to myself, as I said before the game, show me. And not one cross, show me in the game. I mean, in 33 minutes, I don't know. It just feels like you could have Thompson from the youth team out on the left. And Spurs have a throw in just down on the halfway line. Jed Spence down the line to Richie, but that's cleared by the defender out for another throw into Tottenham Hotspur. Now Richie, can he hold the ball up? No, he can't. Again, non-existent hold-up play. Really poor, and it's a Spurs throw. Luckily, really poor. Richie does some good things, doesn't he? And then the basics escape him. It's the basics that escape him. Anyway, Romero dinks the ball forward into Jed Spence, brings it down, crosses it all the way through to Kudus, who's lost it. Poor from Kudus there. Just a really bad first touch. And now Prague on the counter-attack. Spurs have got players back, but that was poor from Kudus there. Had a real chance to get the game going. But the ball, it was a great pass from Romero. Found its way to Spence. And it was, is he going to shoot across the box? Is he going to... Is he going to shoot across the box? Is he going to lay the ball across? He laid it across. It went past everyone, all the way through to Kudus, whose first touch, he had the right idea, wrong execution, gave it away. And then Prague started going down the other end. Luckily, it came to nothing. And the foul on Romero. So Spurs have a free kick inside our own box. So Tottenham 1, Slavia Prague 0, 36 and a half minutes gone, there or thereabouts. So now Kudus plays the ball back into Pedro Porro. Porro goes back into Romero. Romero tries to release Richie. And Richie can't get through, and he complains he's being blocked. But as a centre forward, you've got to be stronger there. Got to be stronger. Mark, I'm telling you, those three positions will change us massively, won't they? A proper striker, a proper left winger, and a proper number 8 would completely change this football club. Good defending by Mickey van der Ven. And then Paulinho. Oh, but the ball has broken to Prague, who are now down on the left-hand side. Ball's worked its way into the box, and the shot has dribbled into the arms of Vicario. We need a second here to calm everything down. Just a second. Maybe a bit of nerves from Tottenham. Second by half-time would be really good, I think. So there's a Prague player down in the centre circle. From what I saw, he just ran into Romero. Don't worry, you're not missing anything. The game is not in play at the moment. So throw in Spurs, left-hand side, Jed Spence to Gray. Gray back to Spence. Now Spence goes back into Van der Ven. They just advertised, by the way, Real Madrid v Man City tomorrow night. That should be a great game. Should be. Look, I'm not. If I say anything about Gray, I get told off. As I said before, I don't really know what he does, but people seem to like him. There's a ball over the top into Porro, brings it down brilliantly, lays it off to Kudus. Kudus runs at his player. Can he get the ball across? Thinks it across. Richie, volley, missed, kicked it. Spence wins it, and it's fallen to a Prague player. Now Paulinho, great tackle. Oh, my God. What's he... Oh, my God. How is that... I want to see that again. In real time, I thought that was... Finlay, are you just going to say anything other than every time Archie Gray has the ball? It's really weird now. Like, every time Gray passes the ball, you go, great, great, great. You haven't mentioned any other player. Is that I want to see this again. The volley from... He missed the volley, actually. Sorry, I thought he miskicked it, but looks like the defender might have got there first. But the ball was dug out by Kudus into the path of Richie, and he couldn't quite get there. Now, I thought that was a good tackle, but I don't know. I wonder whether Paulinho and Van der Ven go off at half-time and we bring on Danso and Bentancur just to make sure there's no chance of going down to 10 men or anything like that. What's happening to my eye? To be honest, Jayid, it's kind of, in the first minute, brilliant. Since then, it's kind of been non-existent. The game has petered out, I'll be honest, in the last 10, 15 minutes. Just needs somebody to put their foot on it and go, calm, everyone calm, just calm. I think we're trying to do too much at too breakneck speed. Anyway, Prague with a goal kick. Cleared by Van der Ven. And then well won by Romero. Xavi Simons now. Great play, Xavi Simons. Great touch. Now Kudus on the right-hand side. Beats his man. He's driving through. Still driving through. Lays the ball out wide to Odobert. Great play by Kudus again. Here's Odobert. And Odobert loses the ball. He won it back. And then Sorry, I won't say anything. You'll all think I'm negative. I won't say anything. And now Gray, he's just walked past Gray like he's not there. And now they're in, are they? No. Good defending by Jed Spence. Just too weak from Archie Gray there. Too weak. You're in centre mid. The guy can't run past you like that. Here's Paulinho. But again, the ball, Kudus carries it, gets it out to Odobert. The move breaks down. I can't believe I'm going to say it. I would bring Tell on. I would bring Tell on for Odobert. Here's Romero driving through. Gives it to Kudus. Kudus one-on-one with his fullback. Beats him. Crosses. And it's gone over everyone. It's fallen to Simmons. He lays it off to Gray. Into Simmons. It's Gray again. Goes back to Van de Ven. No, you're not insane. I thought that it was a good tackle from Paulinho. I'd like to see it again, but I thought it was a good tackle. Here's Jed Spence. Goes inside to Paulinho. Paulinho to Xavi Simmons. Back to Paulinho. Back to Romero. Oh, yeah, sorry. I forgot Mawani's on the bench, isn't he? Yeah, I might go to either Tell or Mawani. It was such a good start by Odobert in the first minute of the game. Since then, I just think I don't know what he is. Here's Gray. Plays it to Paulinho, 5 yards. He gives it to Romero. Yes, he is in the squad. Yes, he is. Here's Romero. Out wide to Kudus. Kudus goes back to Xavi Simmons. Gives it back to Kudus. Kudus tried to beat his man and couldn't. Then wins the ball back. Mixed half for me for Kudus. He's done some great stuff, some sloppy stuff. Won it back there, though. And now here's Mickey van der Ven. And a throw into Spurs. I'd like to see a renewed energy. I thought the first 20 minutes there was a lot of energy. The second 20 minutes not as good, but let's need to get Frank to get into them in this second half. And Kudus wanted the free kick. He's not going to get it, and instead it's a throw. So we're just coming up to the 45-minute mark. And Van der Ven blocks the ball and it goes out wide for a throw. So it's going to be 1 minute of injury time here. Not the greatest half. I think we started well, but hey, I would make a couple of subs here. I would definitely get Odobert off. I would probably I might even think about bringing on Bentancur for Gray here, maybe for Paulinho, but I would definitely, oh, hang on. Good play by Prague. They're building it nicely across. The ball's whipped in, and it's off Jed Spence for a throw-in. So this will probably be the last action of the first half. Throw into Prague. Just got to see this out. Nothing silly, as I always say. Nothing silly, Spurs. This is the last action of the first half. Prague trying to work it wide. We're now into the second minute. I don't know where the ref's getting more time from. But the ball's been whipped in. Cleared, but not very well by Spence. Poor clearance. And then the ref does blow the whistle. Listen, not the greatest half you'll ever see. Not the worst, not the greatest. We've had chances. And it is Tottenham 1, Slavia Prague 0. For me, this all boils down to it's composure. It's composure. For me, I think we're carrying players. I think we're carrying Gray. I think we're carrying Odobert. I think Spence hasn't had a good game at all. Thought he had a really good game against Brentford. Not had a good game tonight. Mickey van der Ven been a little bit sloppy for me. I think Romero's been better of the two. Porro's done okay. But we could and probably should be 2 up if we're going to be brutally honest. We could and should be 2-0 up, but we're not. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. So we'll see what happens at halftime. People keep saying this. I don't see any resemblance to this and Ange ball. Every time a team attacks against us, people say, Ange ball. I don't see any resemblance. We're not way up the pitch. We're not on the halfway. I don't see I don't think it's anything like Ange ball. I think that's a great description, a frenetic half. Ellie, what would you do? What would you do, Ellie? For me, look, I've been really disappointed with the midfield. I don't think that the Paulinia grade 2 has worked. I don't think that's worked. I think it's better when Bentancur's in there. I don't think it's worked with Odobert on the left. Richie's having a very, very in and out game. And I would do this. I would bring on Bentancur. I think he gives you more control. I think he gives you more control in the midfield. It's okay. Like against Brentford, when we had all the ball, you can make 5-yard passes and everyone goes, what a good game. In a game like this, where it's frenetic, we're seeing the game is just passing Archie Gray by again. I think we need to get the experienced pro on in the midfield. That is what I would do. Whether or not he will do that, I don't know. Maybe he thinks that Bentancur needs a complete 90-minute rest, which is understandable. Yeah, look, as I said, I thought the first minute, brilliant. Get the ball, beat your man, brilliant. You're thinking, come on. Then the next 44 minutes, I'm just so disappointed with him. So disappointed with him. Like, just the basics. Just basics. But look, listen, as I said, I'll say this every half-time, every game we play. Nothing I see changes my mind. Nothing I see in our players makes me go, well, maybe we don't need a left winger. Maybe we don't need a midfielder. Maybe we don't need a striker. I think we need all three. Well, no, but Trevor, at what? When you're saying okay, at what? Like, he's constantly giving the ball away. All of his crosses are going straight into the keeper's arms. So what's he done okay at? Well, I don't know. I thought Spence was brilliant against Brentford with his link up with Mwani. But today it's just not quite there. Now, I can't blame that on Odobert, because I don't think Spence is playing well either. But listen, as I've said a million times, sorry if I bore you all, this team is crying out for a conductor in midfield. Now, it doesn't matter if we're playing Slavia Prague. It doesn't matter who we're playing. This game is crying out for a midfield conductor. Big up, Nige, my man. Pure Coys said they've been very physical. Odobert poor and Spence not great. Agreed. We've been too slow at times. When we play quick and incisive football, we look good. Agreed. I completely agree with you. Yeah, I agree with everything you just said there. This game has Rickett written all over it. Well, listen, a second goal kind of puts that to bed, right? Game for Bergvall, people are saying. Maybe. Maybe. Joseph, interesting point. The pivot needs to stop hiding from getting the ball from the back four. Well, yeah. For me, this doesn't work. This too doesn't work. I've heard all year that you've got to drop Bentancur. I think Bentancur makes the midfield tick better than anyone else. Not saying he's amazing, but it is what it is. Tell and Mwani on, Richie and Odobert off. Tell play up top. Get a second before the 60th minute, hopefully. Yeah, it'd be nice to get a second so we can calm down and then maybe go and get a third. But I said in my pre-game, I don't feel like we're a team that go and smash anyone 4, 5, 6. I don't feel we're that team. Don't think we're there. But a second goal would be really, really nice. Game slow. Kudus needs to speed up. Yeah, I think the problem we've got is if you look, a lot of the times when Kudus slows the game down is other people need to catch him up. But hey, we'll see. We played well, but we don't have the best quality personnel, as you've been saying all season, to be fair. So yeah, look, listen, that's not going to change. It's not about, listen, I think we've got better players than Slavia Prague, but I just think in general, our play, you notice we need that. Number 8 is so important. Xavi hasn't been at his best. Yeah, but you don't have to go overboard. But it was a very good performance against Brentford. He's done some nice stuff tonight. He has done some nice stuff. But as I said, everyone can't expect every game he's going to be brilliant. He's still finding his feet. And this is the problem when people do go overboard about one appearance. Sava, he's in the chat. Who's in the chat? I don't know who's in the chat. I don't know who's in the chat. I don't know what that means. Right. Again, this guy never listens. Yes, that was brilliant. Since then, what's he done? And this is what I mean. Consistency. It can't be that you've seen one good cross and we go, he's been good. He's not been good. Oh, Ash, he has not only misplaced 2 passes. Gray he is not. Sorry, if anyone's watching this game and say he's not been bad, I think he's been non-existent. Sorry, this is the problem when we rate the whole game via stats. I just think he's so poor with the ball. Anyway, it is what it is. That's what I saw. Listen, I just feel for the lad. I just don't think he's ready at this level. And Bentancur is much better. That's the problem. He is. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I wouldn't mind seeing that right now. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I wouldn't mind seeing that at all. At what? When we say Gray was at what? Why are most people saying then what's Gray doing? I'm watching him. The first 2 things he did in this game was give the ball away. He's mopped up a few times, which is nice, but he's the number 8. He should be getting on the ball and controlling the game, and he can't do it. I don't know why that's so hard to say. Yeah, but the difference is, Scott, whatever I say, Marios goes against the grain now. Like, it's just so weird. It's so weird. Look, we'll see second half. We'll see second half. By the way, I don't think Paulinho's played that well either. We're going to be honest, but Paulinho's not in there as the guy that gets on the ball and makes you tick. That's what I was told Gray did, and he's not doing it. I'll be over the moon when this football club gets a number 8 that can pass a football. I'll be over the moon. Data says Gray's been better than average. His dueling been very good. I mean, well, what about him on the ball? Okay, cool. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. Agreed. We need to get him in those pockets of space. We do. You're absolutely right. We need to get the ball to him in those space. Listen, young lad, I know, but I just not, I don't know. He just looks inexperienced to me. And of course we know he is, but we'll see. And this is the problem when people go overboard about the Brentford performance, from Gray. Look, let's see. Maybe they come out second half and Gray dictates the game and I have to go, okay, I was wrong. But right now, I don't like this midfield too. I really, really don't. Don't know. I want a midfielder that gets on that ball. If you're playing, I want to see him. Don't hide. I want to see him go, give me the ball. Be a man. Pump your chest out. Give me the ball. Go on. I'm not seeing that. All right, the duels and the recoveries, but we're at home. We shouldn't be judging him on his duels and recoveries. That's what we should be judging Paulinho on. Listen, I don't think it's been a great performance all round. I don't think it's been dreadful. I think we've done some nice stuff, Bill. I think we've done some poor stuff. And hopefully we come out second half and we can hopefully put this game to bed. That would be really, really good. Anyway, Van de Ven for me, bit sloppy in that half. Needless yellow. It's, needless yellow for me. I didn't think it was a yellow. But hey, it is what it is. So you're going to have to wait a long time for that because I doubt you'll get the backing. No, we'll spend. It's just whether or not we spend on the right players. It's whether or not we spend on the right players. Listen, a goal. If we come out, get an early goal in the first 10 minutes, all of the nerves go. I like Alex Scott as a footballer. I think he's a good player. I'm not overboard about him. I think he's a good player, good on the ball. I like players that are good on the ball, tidy on the ball. Don't care. He's in the first team for Tottenham. I don't care that he's 9 years younger. He is in the first team for Tottenham Hotspur. I don't care. This has to stop being the excuse. If you want to see the players play, don't use their age as an excuse. Right? Can't have it both ways. Can't have it both ways. Agreed. Agreed, Alex. Agreed. Thank you for the super chat. Jordan, my man. Very generous as always. I've been slow tonight on super chats and likes. I can always tell when we're winning because it all goes quiet. Good first half, but I feel if we had a bit more quality in the final third, we could beat these comfortably. Son's at the game. Hopefully he comes on for Odobert second half. Yeah, listen, I'll go back to what I said. Just gutted we didn't replace Son. Wasn't that he didn't need to move on. Just gutted we didn't replace him. Big up to you, Jordan. I really appreciate you, my man. And big up to Ian who said, you could put Gray on the transfer market in the summer and no top 10 team will come in for him, let alone spend 40 million. But again, for me, what I think should be happening, Ian, is I think Gray should be coming on in games, not starting games like this. But hey, that's just me. Vicario gone long most of the time, but we expect Gray to control the game. No, that's not an excuse. The ball's been going into midfield as well. I'm sorry. This needs to completely defend anyone who plays badly is odd. I'll be honest. I'll call you out for this, Ash. It's weird. It's weird. The other night, everyone saying, "Oh my God, he's brilliant." And tonight, it just excuses all the time. I don't know. Maybe, look, is it playing 2 games in 3 days? Is it too much for them? I don't know. We'll see. I still think we win this game, but a second would really, really settle the nerves for me. Come on, guys. Only 269 likes. Really bad today. So whenever we're winning, the likes and the views, everything just goes down the pan. Absolutely mad. Yeah, he does quite a lot, mate. He's changed. Last year, he seemed sensible. This year, he just says a lot of weird stuff. He really has been, but each to their own. Personally, I'd sub Paulinho off. I'd take them both off, if I'm brutally honest. I'd take them both off. But, I mean, there's no rush for it, right? There's no rush. We're not losing. You're not losing at all. I mean, when you're saying Kudus looks underwhelming, right? Kudus put a great cross in for Richarlison, right? Kudus bullied the bloke off the ball and got a shot away. Kudus has carried the ball up the pitch. I mean, this guy is not our problem. Kudus is not our problem at all in any way, shape, or form. Call me out all you want, but he hasn't done anything. He hasn't done anything, Ash. This is the thing. He's not. The first 2 touches of the game, he gave the ball away. Our standards, Ash, I'll call you out. The standards of our fans, our standards are on the floor. Absolutely on the floor. Absolutely on the floor. We just rate so much average. Sure, he does, but the players need to get up with him for him to release it. Watch when he releases it. Every time he releases it to Richie or Odobert, they give it away, right? So we can talk about him needing to release it, but how about getting some players around him that can hold on to it? It is what it is. Anyway, it looks like we can get the second half underway. Thank you very much to Andy Lester. Big up, bro. Yes, we will have a members-only show this week, either Thursday or Friday. I know you didn't ask, but someone else did earlier. So big up, Sava. Thanks for the commentary. You're welcome, my man. I do try my best. Thank you very much, Andy. I appreciate you, buddy. And David Crick said, fans saying Gray is just a kid. Yeah, tell that to the players like Yamal, Cole, Yildiz, and other young talents. Absolutely, David. This is my point. We keep talking about youth, but fans want to see the youth, then use the excuse that they're youth. You can't have it both ways. If you want to see them play, they've got to deliver. And we're off and underway. We're off and underway. Right. Let's see. Let's see these players come out, do something different this half. I want to see Odobert get down that line, get more good crosses in. Really well won back by Xavi Simons. Good play by him. And then he wins the free kick. By the way, oh God, his age. I'm so fucking bored of this. I don't care how old he is. We spent 40 million. He's in our first team. I'm so bored of this crap. We are Tottenham. This is not a youth team. Can we stop using this age thing as an excuse? Oh my God, it's infuriating. It's absolutely infuriating. Age. He's young. Oh my God. Stop. He's in the first team. Deliver. He's in the first team. Deliver. Here's Kudus. Lays it off to Porro. Now Xavi Simons turns. Drives with the ball. Good ball to Spence. He lays it back to Simons. Wasn't a great ball, but Simons retained possession. Here's Paulinho to Simons to Paulinho. And it's a throw-in to Slavia Prague on the left-hand side. A nice early goal would be great here. Allows us to settle. Listen, the most important thing. Sava, stop being vile and angry at young players and direct to the club for not buying the top players. Who the fuck are you? What do you mean stop being vile and angry? Who's been vile and angry? What are we doing here? Who's been vile and angry? How was I vile to Gray? What are we doing here? Honestly, people on the internet are weird. Just so weird. Who's vile and angry? Anyway, Pedro Porro drives the ball across, but poor. He's saying he's taken out. The ref's given a penalty. The ref has given a penalty to Spurs. I didn't see it in real time. He's given a yellow card. My own mod is losing his mod privileges for saying that. Trust me. Don't you worry about that, mate. Telling people I'm being vile and angry. Ridiculous. Penalty to Spurs. Yeah, he's losing his privileges for that for sure. Anyway, penalty to Tottenham Hotspur. He's taken Porro out. The ball had already gone into the box, but he's taken Porro out after. I don't know if VAR are going to do their thing and look at that. Yeah, Jack, I'll make you a mod, mate. Jack, I'll make you a mod. My own mod telling me I'm being vile because I don't rate Archie Gray. It's absolutely shocking. I'm just shocked. Anyway, Kudus is going to take this penalty for Tottenham Hotspur. Can we go 2-0 up? And I think this really could change the game. Really could settle a lot of nerves here. So Kudus is going to step up for Tottenham. I've never seen him take a penalty, so I don't know what he's like. Kudus steps up. Scores nice and easily down into the channel of the goal. A great goal. Good penalty. Tottenham are 2-0 up. Tottenham are 2-0 up. And hopefully now we unsettle. What are you talking about? Not angry at the youth. What are you talking about? Dude, grow the fuck up. Just because I don't rate Gray doesn't mean I was angry or vile towards him. Grow up telling me I'm vile to players. Fucking child. Go fuck off. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Tottenham 2, Slavia Prague 0. What are we doing here? Fuck's sake. Do you know what? What's the point in YouTube? You give your opinion on a player, you're being vile. Grow the fuck up. Oh my God. 2-0 Spurs. What are we doing? What on earth is happening here? Madness. Sorry, in the chat, was I vile to Gray? Was I vile to Gray? Oh my God. Ridiculous. Jesus Christ. Fucking hate YouTube, I'll be honest. Absolutely hate YouTube when you got people like that. But that's not being vile. What are you, a child? Are you a fucking idiot or a child? How on earth was I vile to him? I don't rate him. I don't think he's ready yet. I don't think he's ready yet. That's not being vile. I didn't think I was. I didn't think I was. Right. I didn't think I was at all. I really didn't think I. Oh. Oh. Wrong about what? Oh. Good God, I hate this fan, but honestly, at times it's hard work. It's such hard work. Here's Gray. There's the ball. Good ball. Out wide to Odobert. Through on goal. Shot saved. Much better from Odobert. Got the ball early and drove the shot early. I know it's just annoying when people lie saying I was vile. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous saying I was vile to him. Fucking hell. Snowflakes everywhere. Here's Gray. Shot blocked. Now Prague going to bring it away, are they? Got the ball down on the left-hand side. I'll get to the stage where I don't look at the chat, mate. Mate, it's mad. It's mad. But this is what I mean, mate. Idiots like that guy there, right? Want to watch YouTube, but then you give an opinion, you're vile. Vile? Oh, right. I'm just going to ignore the nonsense now. Right. So, Ash, you're getting boring now. Please stop. Please stop. This is really boring now. It's really getting boring now. See you later, mate. I'm blocking you now. Go away. Go away. Right? I don't rate him. I want my club to buy proper senior pros. They're in here, Prague, and he's dragged his shot wide. Should be 2-1. It's not pleasant. Where the fuck? You were born with a silver spoon in your mouth, weren't you? The fuck are you talking about? Oh my God. I can't. Good God. Good God. No opinions from now on, guys. Everyone's great. No opinions from now on. We might upset Pete. He might cry. Might upset him. Fuck's sake. One of my own mods. Wow. Don't have standards, Spurs fans. Don't have standards. Don't have standards. Don't have standards. I want him to show me. I want him to show me that he's ready. Show me you're ready. That was a lovely pass for the penalty. Show me you're ready. Anyway, Spurs 2-0 up here. Well won by Romero. Pedro Porro's going to keep it in. Gives it to Kudus. Good turn by Kudus. And wins the free kick. 3 men on Kudus at a time. And then poor ball right into the arms of the Prague goalkeeper. Anyway. Paulinho spreads the ball out wide to Kudus. Kudus turns, runs at his man. He's being held again every time. Every time Kudus gets the ball and he's rolling his man. He's so good at it. He rolls his man with his strength. And if you look, top players do that. They lean into the player using their strength and drives away. And Zimmer, who scored the own goal, gets the yellow card. Barcelona have equalised as well. Jules Koundé with the goal. Marcus Rashford with the assist. Here's Richie. Lays the ball back into Romero. See, this is where I don't understand. Right there, who was he meant to pass the ball to? He was in the middle of spinning his player. What did you want him to do? Here's Xavi Simons. Lays it off to Porro. Porro couldn't quite get it back to him. And then a poor ball by Porro, intercepted and bounces all the way back to Vicario. Because some of us don't care that he's 19. I don't support teenagers. I support Tottenham Hotspur. Ball across. Richie, finish it. Oh, no. Richie again. He should have had a brace. He should have had a brace. It came across. You're thinking, compose, follow the flight of the ball. And he just scuffed. Again, not clinical. The ball flipped up off the defender, bobbled, and he missed it. Twice he's missed it now. Oh, dearie me. Now, here comes Tell and Papa Sarr for Tottenham Hotspur. So Kudus is going off for a well-deserved rest. No, mate, see you later. It's not about upsetting me. When you tell people that I was vile and angry towards him, no, I wasn't, right? I go on him harder than most because he's playing central midfield for my football club. Archie Gray is now going off for Papa Sarr. Hopefully we can now stop talking about him, Pete. Sure. Okay, brilliant. So why did we let Skip go? He was a Tottenham player. Winks was a Tottenham player. Why did we release why did we release Nkudu and G? They're Tottenham players. This whole silver spoon notion of, but they're a Spurs player, you must rate them. No, I don't have to. No, you don't have to. It was, as I said, decent. It was decent. Barcelona are 2-1 up. Another goal for Koundé. Jules Koundé with a brace. I will never apologise for wanting to see top players in my midfield. Never. We've always had it at Spurs. Always. Carrick. Right? Gaza. Modric. Dembele. We've had these players. Now we don't have one. That's where I'm frustrated. Not angry. Not vile. Yeah. I mean, he's had a couple of sitters missed, but I think he does well at what he does well at, if that makes sense. There's a ball over the top, well played by Mickey van der Ven, just nudged his player away, then gets a good ball into Spence, who loses the ball actually. Poor from Spence, ball whipped in and cleared away by Christian Romero. Poor from Spence. Mickey van der Ven did all the hard work. All the hard work, Mickey. Pushed the player out of the way legally, played the ball down the line, And Jed Spence just a bit too casual again. Bit too casual. Again, brilliant against Brentford. Tonight, not so much. I think the third goal kills this game for Spurs, doesn't it? Vicario has cleared it, but not far. Blocked by Sarr. Be interesting to see what Sarr and Tell do now. Now you've lost that ability of Kudus to hold the ball up. So all those people that constantly have a go at him, let's see now. Let's see. Here's Spence. Great ball by Sarr into Spence. Can he beat his man? Is he going to wait? He's played a ball in a bit again. Lazy pass by Spence. It's flicked up into the path of Porro. And Porro couldn't get the pass, but it's bounced back into Romero. Simmons tries to play it around the corner, but did it blindly, and that wasn't a good ball. Spurs are just looking a bit sluggish here. Here's Paulinho, dinks the ball over to Richie, brings it down brilliantly this time, gives it to Jed Spence. Jed Spence, again, really sloppy passing from Jed Spence. Really sloppy passing. It's just need people to just take care of the ball a bit. Good play by Simmons. Goes past his player, lays it off to Spence. Now, this time, a great ball by Spence into Odobert. Can he beat his man? Odobert driving into the box, shoots, blocked, Sarr, shot, blocked, and then, sorry, it was Tell, not Odobert, it was Tell. Beat his man, got the shot away, saved low down. Should be free here. Should be free. We've had enough chances to make it free. Mate, give it a rest. I'm so annoyed with you. I'm so frustrated with you telling people I was vile about him. Jesus Christ. I'm not having it. Sorry. And of course I'm frustrated at the club. I'm not frustrated at Gray. My opinion on Gray I don't rate him particularly. I don't know what he does. He shouldn't be centre mid for Tottenham. That is my frustration at Tottenham. I didn't say my frustration was with Gray. Sarr brings the ball down, but wins the throw-in. So Odobert's come out to this right. Tell's on the left. Tell's looked lively since he came on. So, throw to Tottenham. Yeah, it should have been free. I mean, Tell, shot was saved low down, bounces into Sarr. Remember, that's Sarr now. Two really good opportunities. One against Brentford, one today. Mate, it's not, listen, let's all take a breath. Don't have to go anywhere. No apologies are needed. Yeah, it's just annoying when you're telling me I'm vile. That's just not fair, right? But they don't need to go anywhere. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Throwing Spurs. Xavi Simmons raising his arms to get the crowd going. And now foul given away. I truly wonder if we had a proper left winger and a proper centre forward, how dangerous would we be? Got to ask yourself that question. A proper left winger and a proper centre forward. Because Richie, for me, the two chances that came into him tonight, they've both got to be buried. They've both got to be buried. A decent striker buries them. I'm not complaining. What are you talking about? I'm not complaining. I don't know. So many honestly, when I finally quit YouTube, I can't wait. I'll be honest. I genuinely can't. Just dickheads everywhere on the internet. Just absolute dickheads everywhere. Just so weird. Mate, it's just mad. Just come on YouTube every day and you just get, it's just boring. It's just boring, isn't it? They've done a few good bits on the counter. They've worked hard to be fair to them. But to be fair, I think we should have had we should have definitely had 3 by now. A bit like Brentford, really. We've had chances to finish games off. Here are Prague again. Shot, deflected, cleared by Mickey van der Ven, and the free kick is given for the foul on Vicario. And Romero just calms him down a little bit. This, absolutely, Mark. Absolutely. Absolutely. And no, he just doesn't. He's being moved to the right now anyway. Oh, mate, it's hard work when it's like this, isn't it? It is hard work. So Spurs are 2-0 up as it stands. See you later, mate. That's 3 stupid comments in a row. So you've gone. See you later. I've got no tolerance anymore. As it stands, people, Tottenham are 8th. We're still 8th. Level on points with Chelsea and Atalanta. Ben Davis and Randall Kolo Muani are coming on. So Ben Davis is coming on for Porro, which means Jed Spence will go to right back. I think this is the right thing. So Ben Davis will go left back. Jed Spence will move to right back. And Muani for Richarlison will be a straight swap. So Porro getting a rest and Kudus, 2 players that play most minutes for Spurs. He's been blocked anyway. Angus, I've just blocked him. He's gone. He's gone completely. As my mum used to say to me, the internet, the best invention and the worst invention. Big up to you. Thanks for the love, my man. Big up to you. So Jed Spence has moved over here on the right-hand side. Why has he got a star on his face? Anyone know? P.S. How was your dinner? Was it? Oh, I didn't put a lot in. Maybe it was the teriyaki sauce. Sorry, just having a chat with my wife while I'm live on a watch along. So now Prague have got in down the left-hand side. He's cut in well, laid it off. Hang on, they're in here. Shot easily saved by Vicario. In the other games, by the way, tonight, there's loads of championship games. By the way, West Brom, Ryan Mason, 3-1 down Swansea, Southampton, sorry. In the Champions League, it is Atalanta 1, Chelsea 1, Barcelona 2, Frankfurt 1, Inter 0, Liverpool 0, Monaco 1, Galatasaray 0, PSV 1, Atletico Madrid 3, Tottenham 2, Slavia Prague 0, Union St. Galloy 2, Marseille 3. So that's the scores up to date for you. I can't believe he's still here, but he is. I can't believe he's still here. Anyone see that? Was that a fly or a bee or what on earth just flew into? I don't know. Sorry if anyone saw that. Good play by Prague again. And this time a foul by Sarr. I think straight away what you can see when Kudus comes off the pitch, for all those that get on his back, you can see immediately, the ball doesn't get held up. Immediately, no one in that final third holds it up. I mean, I get why. He's played a lot of football and he runs him into the ground, but thanks, Trev. I try my best, mate. I do try my best. I think the problem is, Trev, people think because you're on YouTube, it's fair game that they can just say whatever they want about you. And do you know the funny thing is, I was out the other week. I'm not going to say where in case everyone starts turning up there. I was out the other week and in 2 pubs in a row, went on a little pub crawl with my mates. And two pubs in a row, I had people going, are you Sava? Are you on YouTube? 2 Spurs. Hang on, I'll cut off here. Here's Sarr. Xavi Simons couldn't quite get the ball through. And both were lovely. Both said, oh, you're very different. You're different in person. Right? Well, I'm not different. It's just you've got to remember, I'm not talking about Tottenham in person. But on YouTube, people feel that they can say whatever they want about you because you put your face live. It's just a bit crazy. Anyway, Spurs have got 18 minutes here to not hold on, but here's Simons through, and he couldn't quite get the angle to get a good enough shot, but he did get a shot away, and the keeper saved it. The longest serving player at Spurs by far is Ben Davies. By far. What is that in my room? Ben Davies. Did someone just say they've got a tenner on Mawani scoring just to annoy Stell? Corner kick comes in, back post, won by Prague, brought down by Odobert, turns, and the ball goes out for a corner. Yeah, see, now we've made the subs, you start to see, I think you start to see the drop-off. I think you start to see the drop-off in quality. But doesn't mean there isn't another goal here for us. This is a great comment. Ben Davies is like that bird from the Titanic. It's been 84 years. That bird from the Titanic, she must have been about 80, that bird. Corner kick, whipped in, straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. Yeah, I'd agree with that. It's an okay performance. Been a bit wide open, but as I said, I don't think we got the players to control a game completely. But 2-0 is good. Still time to get a third and a fourth. It's not over yet. Still time. Yeah, I'm gonna post about this tomorrow, mate. I'm gonna post about this tomorrow, Andy. About that. I'm post about that tomorrow. Here's Xavi Simons. Plays a good ball down the line. Can Odobert get there? Don't know if he's got the legs. He's got there, but the defender got there at the same time, and then Odobert goes to the floor, and Prague come away with a ball. Well, yeah. I mean, look, as I've said, for me, this year is about building. And, oh, my God, Romero has missed the ball. I tell you what, we've got away with one there. Got away with one there, but Prague is still on the attack on the left-hand side. The ball's gone into the box, and Spurs have cleared it, but only as far as the left winger. And it's out for a goal kick. Well, look, listen, absolutely. Listen, we're not going to be great every game. We're not. But we've done enough, right, at the moment. Just, I'll say it as I always do. Yeah? I'll say it as I always do. Just nothing silly, right? We're 2-0 up with 15 minutes to go. Just nothing silly. Don't give them an opening. Don't concede and make it an awkward 15 minutes, you know? Yeah, listen, I don't think anyone could turn around tonight and say they've had a great game, but at the moment we're doing enough. Here comes Lucas Bergvall. I'm guessing he's going to come on for Xavi Simons. No, he's come on for Odobert. Okay, so Lucas Bergval's come on for Odobert, who, for me, another night where he's done nothing to change my mind. But before I get told off in the chat, let me know what you lot think. What do you think of Odobert tonight? I'd give him a 5 out of 10. I think he's been pretty poor. But yeah, I agree with that, Ellie. I agree. I think odd defending has been sloppy at times. Yeah, I don't think this has been a classic, has it? But hey, if we can grab another goal, get 3-0, it's comprehensive, right? As it stands, we are in the top 8 of the Champions League. As it stands. And obviously, you've got all the games tomorrow. Well, what I will say, so it's Archie Gray's favour is I would rather persist with Archie Gray in a Tottenham shirt than I would with Odobert. There you go. I've said something nice. There you go. Yeah, Andy, I think we've lost a bit of shape tonight at times, but agreed. Agreed. Yeah, it's going to take time. It's going to take time, mate. By the way, I just don't think with that team, when we think we should just rock up, have 90% possession against anyone, win 5-0. So it's okay. Here's Bergval driving with the ball, dinks the ball into Mawani, lays it off. Simmons goes down, penalty, another penalty for Spurs. It could be 3-0. I'm guessing VAR are going to check this because that's what happens. A good ball by Bergval into Mawani's chest. He laid it off for Xavi Simmons, who went past his man. They're saying he was fouled. Unless VAR overturn it, it looks like it's going to be another penalty for Tottenham Hotspur and could make the game 3-0. Bergval, here you go. Bergval, good ball in. Mawani brings it down on his chest, leaves it to Simmons. Simmons goes past his player and he left up. To be honest, listen, as I saw it for the second time, yeah, the player just leaves his leg. He leaves his tackling leg, so to speak, dangling, and that's definitely a penalty and a chance for Tottenham to go 3 up. I don't know who's going to take it at the moment. They haven't shown that. Let's see. Xavi Simmons will take it. 2 penalties in 1 game. There's a good quiz question. Who can tell me the last time? Right. Xavi is going to step up to take this penalty. Can he make it back-to-back goals in back-to-back home games? Xavi steps up. Great. I'll tell you what a lovely penalty that was. Bottom corner. Keeper went the right way, but it was so accurate. There was no way he's going to save it. Tottenham Hotspur 3. Slavia Prague 0. And that means the views are going to be low tonight, aren't they, people? The views are going to be low. No drama, no scandal, no Frank out. Tottenham 3. Slavia Prague 0. Game is done with 11 minutes to go. I mean, the keeper, to be fair, the keeper gets his, let's have a look. The keeper gets his hand to it, but just, it was too far away that he could get enough on it. But Tottenham Hotspur 3, Slavia Prague 0. To be fair, this could be 4, 5, 6. We've had chances, not been the greatest display, but when you're 3-0 up, who cares, right? Who cares? Onwards and upwards to Nottingham Forest on Sunday. Somebody will correct me. Sunday, right? Sunday. So Tottenham are going to end tonight, depending on other scores, in 8th. There's a ball, good ball in by Prague, but it's gone over everybody and out for a throw-in. Yeah, Sunday at 2. Yeah. Forest away, yeah. I should know this, right? But I lose all track. We're playing so many games. What do I want to see now? I'll be honest. I want to see the clean sheet. Great. Go and get a fourth, but I want to see the clean sheet. Now the ref gives a free kick. The obligatory free kick given away by Bergval. He loves it. But it was a good ball by Bergval. Mawani chested it down brilliantly into the path of Xavi, who went past his man. He left the trailing leg. Penalty. Xavi steps up. 3-0 to Tottenham. Sorry, someone's saying we're in 7th place. My bad. If we are, Tottenham have moved into 7th place in the Champions League table. Now, that will all change tomorrow night. There's loads of games, but right now, lovely jubbly. Played 6. We've lost 1 of our 6 Champions League games. Cross comes in, and it's bounced into Davis and into the arms of Vicario. So here's Ben Davis. Down the line to Matisse Tell. Good ball into Sarr, who's driving down the left-hand side. Now gives it back to Tell. Keep going. Take him on. Matisse Tell is going to have to roll it back. They've got 2 bodies back on him now. He gives it to Sarr, and Sarr is not that guy. Let's be brutally honest. Sarr is not that guy. And the defender took it off him nice and easily. Here's Paulinho. Brings it down. Gives it to Sarr. Lovely turn that from Sarr this time. Here is Tell. Good. Initially a good touch, and then a bad touch, which took the ball too far in front of him. And then a free kick given away again by Bergvall. I didn't actually think that one was a free kick by Bergvall. I didn't actually think that was a foul, that one. But Slavia were hoping for a handball, were they? But you're not going to get that. Yeah, Tell, magnificent first touch. And then the second touch just let him down. Hello? I wasn't saying hello to... No, that was my wife, by the way. I'm not just going crazy. Huh? My wife. Oh, the pug's coming to see you. God, my pug is 10 years of age nearly, and he's getting fat. He's getting really fat, guys. Really fat. He's starting to waddle everywhere he walks. Anyway, 7 minutes plus injury time to go. Tottenham are cruising to another 3 points in the Champions League. Ball whipped in, hits Ben Davis. He clears it. When did Ben Davis last play for Tottenham? Anybody? Has he played this season? Has he played this season? I can't think if he's playing. My man of the match. Tough one. I don't... Oh, Slavia should have scored. He's missed a sitter at the back post on first viewing. I don't know. Maybe I've done him a disservice. The ball gets... There you go. Let's have a look. It's a really good cross. It's flicked up off the... No, actually, no. It wasn't. He should have done better, but it wasn't a gilt-edged. It wasn't a gilt-edged. It's difficult. I don't know. Lubo's messaging me at the game. I've just said, Odobert, talk to me. Turn shot blocked by Mickey van der Ven. It goes out for a corner. Yeah, it's got sloppy in the last 5 since the penalty, hasn't it? And fair play, the Prague fans, they got their tops off. They're all having a party. Fair play to them. Look, they're enjoying their night out in North London. Clearly never been to North London before. Cross comes in, headed away really well by Paulinho and out for a throw. I think Davis should be our number 9. Oh, dearie me. Dearie me. So Slavia, another cross. This time, hang on, Bergvall should win that. No, he's let the player bring the ball down. There's a cross in. It's blocked. Yeah, it's not been the greatest. I actually think we've been a bit sloppy at the back, to be honest. But when you win 3-0, you get away with it, don't you? Yeah, I don't know if I would say anyone has had an Atalanta 2, Chelsea 1. Atalanta have taken the lead against Chelsea at home. And that means that Chelsea dropped to 10th and Tottenham are no longer level on points with Chelsea. We are above them on points. And Borussia Dortmund, Man City, and Newcastle are the teams that can overtake us with wins tomorrow. Yeah, I think since a lot of the subs have been made, you see that the level of performance drops. No kudos. Yeah. No, sorry. No kudos for me is the way. No kudos is the big one, to be honest. So it's a goal kick to Slavia. I mean, it's been a wide open game, really. For the neutral, it's probably been very good. Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I think we will see. I think we will. You know, it will be different versus those clubs. There's a ball over the top for Mawani to chase onto. Mawani tries a skill and he couldn't quite get there and then goes crashing into the advertising hoardings. He's okay. He's up to his feet. Do you know what? Do you know what? I agree. I think the moment Kudus comes off, right? You notice how we can't hold the ball up. So for all those that call him greedy, when he holds the ball up, I think that's a bloody good thing for Tottenham Hotspur. I think it's a bloody good thing for Tottenham Hotspur. Bergvall wins the header in the midfield. Here's Jed Spence. Down the line. Really good ball that to Xavi Simons. He's got a player for company. Now puts it into Bergvall. Tries a trick. Doesn't work, but wins the corner. And to be fair, I think, you know, a week or so ago, everyone was saying they can't see where the next point or win is coming from. We got the draw at Newcastle. We've gone on to get the 2 home wins against Brentford and Slavia. A good 8 days or so. Here's Tell, just not good enough. Here's Spence, though. Spence, take a shot. Shoots. Keeper's made a mess of it. Straight back into play. Simons brings it down. Here he is. Simons turns, shoots, and fires it wide. Wow. Bobby, I'm winning mine at the moment. As long as Barcelona don't concede in the next 6 minutes, then mine's come in. But an Inter goal for 2.5. Wow. Good luck to you, my man. Anyway, we're coming up to the 90th minute. I can't imagine there's going to be a lot of injury time. By the way, are Barcelona on? Does anyone know? Is the Barcelona game on any of the channels? Probably not. Oh, it is. I'm going to go over to that after this. 4 minutes. There's a good ball out wide. It's a one-on-one race. He's got there. To be fair to him, he's got there. Now, here is Tell. Can he beat his man? He fires a shot in, and it's... Do you know what? He's done okay since he's come on, Tell. He's done okay. He's tried to go at his man, get shots away. To be honest, I think he's looked a lot better tonight than Odobert's looked. I just don't think either of them right now are the answer. but it is a corner. The keeper got a touch on it. I don't know, Jack. I genuinely don't think I'd say anyone's really stood out for me. But anyway, it's a corner from Davis, flicked in, and a free kick given against, I think it was against Romero. Yeah, he's done okay. He's done okay. I think you know what? At least he's tried to go at his man and get shots away. Fair play to him. Yeah, I think Simmons has had another good game. I don't think it was as good as the weekend, but you know, when you're playing every 3 or 4 days, you're not just going to keep rattling off performances. Here is Xavi Simmons. Good ball again into Sarr. Sarr's got loads of space. He keep going, and he's got to. He's just not that guy. He's just not that guy when you're attacking, is he, Papa Sarr? Romero has just vacated his position like mad, and then the shots come into the arms of Akari. Yeah, I think Tell for me much better tonight than Odobert. But just imagine we had a really good left winger out there. Just a really good left winger. 90 seconds to go. Here's Prague again. Fair play to them. They've kept going. They've kept going. I want to see both of them in this 11. Forget one over the other. I want to see both of them interchanging. That's what I want to see. So there is 1 minute and 15 seconds left. I completely agree with you, my man. Today's it's been good enough to get the win. We've got 3 goals. We've not conceded. We can't complain. Are there going to be better performances to come? Yeah. Are they going to be worse? Yeah. But it is what it is tonight. It is what it is tonight. Been a bit open, but listen, we could have had a number of goals again. But yeah. I think everyone's done enough. Everyone's done enough. Well, that's the question, isn't it? I guess it depends what type of game. I guess in a game like this, they could. But at least Xavi and Maddison, at least. And just options, right? Options. So this should be the end of the game. The goal kick is taken. And the referee blows his whistle. Tottenham Hotspur have beaten Slavia Prague 3-0. It's never going to go down as a classic, but not every game has to be a classic. We've got the win. We've won at home, 2 home wins in a row, 3 games without losing. You know, just a little bit of momentum. That was the important thing tonight. It wasn't, were we scintillating? It wasn't, did we win 5-0? It wasn't, this player's great, that player's great. It was, we got the win, 3 goals, clean sheet. We're currently, as it stands, sitting, we're 9th. We've dropped out the top 8 because Liverpool have scored. We've dropped out the top 8 because Liverpool have scored. But we are 1 point off the top 8 as it stands. We're doing all we can to give ourselves a fighting chance of finishing in that top 8. As I said, I think we're probably going to finish just outside it. But hey, what do I know? What do I know? And look, it's difficult, right? I know that everyone wants to see free flowing attacking football. As I said before, I don't think we're clinical enough. I don't think we're clinical enough from open play. I think that's definitely something we're going to have to work on. Yeah, James, I just saw your WhatsApp. James Flower, is Polo playing? Listen, look, as I said before, I know everything's hyperbolic in football, right? But not, not every game has to be free flowing pretty. We won the 2 penalties. I mean, let's be fair. We should have been 1-0 up in 40 seconds in Richie. Richie then missed another sitter. It was comfortable for me. Sloppy at the back. Yeah, it was sloppy at the back, but when you're not going to always just have every game your own way. You're not gonna always be amazing. But now we look forward, don't we? We look forward to James. I thought he was the worst player on our team today. No, not for me. So I thought Tell was much better than him when he came on. I don't think Odobert did anything for me today. But look, we move on to Nottingham Forest, don't we? We move on to Nottingham Forest away from home. It's going to be a very different type of game to this. We know our Forest setup. We know what they're about, right? We know they're going to be physical. We know they're going to be strong at the back and in midfield. And we recover and we go again. We see what we can do. James, I just think today, I thought the first minute, right? In the first minute, when I saw that cross, I thought, go on, make this your game. And after that, I just didn't think he did. I thought when Tell came on, at least he ran at them. He was positive. That's what I like. At least as a wide forward wing or whatever, I thought Tell was positive when he came on. Don't think he was great, but he ran at his man. He got shots away, didn't he? He had 2 shots, I believe, low down, saved by the goalkeeper. I thought that I thought that he can be happy with his cameo tonight. I thought Bergvall had a decent cameo when he came on. Sarr is very hit and miss, isn't he? Sarr, for me, does some lovely bits in midfield. And then when it's the killer ball, when it's that moment, it's just not quite there. Mawani didn't really have long enough for me to come on and do anything. I thought that Paulinho wasn't at his best today. Don't think that was really a Paulinho type game today, if I'm honest. For Gray, a couple of great passes in the second half for me. First half I thought was quiet. I thought Kudus Kudus will frustrate people. We know that he will frustrate people. One second. Maybe 1 second. Just messaging Sean. Kudus will frustrate people, but what Kudus does is he creates. He holds the ball up, right? He takes a little bit of pressure off the back four because he holds on to the ball. Back four, I don't think it was a classic for Van der Ven and Romero. I think they've both had much better times. I think they've both had much better games. Spence was hit and miss tonight for me. I thought Porro was the better of the 2 fullbacks. And I think when you look at the players like this, I think what you're seeing is the inconsistency of players that are okay but not special. Inconsistent performances from players. And as we always say, top players are normally more consistent, aren't they? Top players are more consistent than not, right? Top players are more consistent than not. But Spurs did enough. For me, there's no need for hyperbolic. There's no drama. I don't think that there needs to listen. There will be. There will be panel shows tonight where people lose their minds. For me, this is definitely not one of those occasions where we need to lose our mind. We got the 3 points, 3-0 win, didn't concede, rode our luck at times, and sorry, something was happening downstairs in my house. I needed to check it wasn't serious, and it's not. So for me, it is what it is. We move. We won 3-0. We've nearly got into the top 8. Unfortunately, Liverpool scoring a late goal has knocked us out that top 8. We're sitting 9th on 11 points, but it is 1 defeat from 6 Champions League games. I would say from where we come from last season, that's not bad at all. I think that we're starting to see resilience. We're not, look, 3 games now. It's good win. We move to the next. It's that simple for me. No drama. No big inquest is needed. We move to the next game. I can't sit here and say that there was anything really that stood out for good or for bad. It just is what it is. And we move on to Nottingham Forest. I don't think it was a hard watch. I think it was an end-to-end open game of football. And as I said, I think if people want to see us attack, we're going to be open. I don't think we're that team that are good enough to attack controlled. I think if we're going to attack, we're going to be wide open. That's what people ask for. That's what they're getting. But listen, I am going to send you all over to Sean, and I'm going to go and join him just for 20 minutes. So bear with me 1 second while I redirect. Bear with me, people. Bear with me. Just going to redirect. It'll be nice and easy. Where is it? Supposed to show he's live. Okay, save. Okay, let me just check. I've got no outstanding super chats. Listen, thank you very much to everyone. Enjoyed that in the most part, apart from being called vile. But I'm going to send you all over to Sean right now, and I'll join him for 15, 20, and then I'm off to bed. So much love. Take care. And as always, come on, you Spurs.